Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome here to Pop Culture Philosophers. It's that time of the month. It's time for the monthly comic book review. Tonight, we'll be talking about our favorite comic books of May 2026. We got a great panel of esteemed, erudite, and enlightened comic book fans and YouTubers and critics and reviewers tonight, including Nick from Comic Culture. What's up, homie?
What's going on, man? The colors are already tripping me out, dude. Yeah, we're doing good though.
This is interesting. It's like we're streaming from 1935 or something, man. This is awesome. I like
yeah,
this.
see?
Yeah. Speaking of, it's Stu from Dr. Doom's Fan Club. What's up?
What up, fellas? Yep. Forever a work in progress edition over here. Good to see y'all. Happy to be here tonight.
Heck yeah, the noir edition of Stu, still bright as fuck. You know, I love it, dude. You still in a dentist office?
I'm doing my best, damn it.
Don't worry, I can't see shit over here, man. Speaking of can't see shit, it's Greg from Bearded Comic Bro. Bro, it feels like we haven't seen you in months.
Man, it's so good. It's so good to be back. It's so good to be seen and to be chatting comics with you fellas.
Heck yeah, man.
Brother. Great to have you back.
People checking their Go White Sox. People checking their television settings right now. You know, don't worry about it. This is a bit.
Change the dial.
Just allow the bit. Yeah. Y'all should change your saturations and see what happens. Anyway, monthly comic book review. We've been doing this for a while. Y'all know what we do. We're going to be talking about our favorite comic books of the month. We'll probably have like 2 or 3 rounds, and we'll do a little bit of rapid fire. And there might be some slight spoilage that leaks here on the show tonight, but if it's anything super major, we'll let you know. Put the earmuffs on for just a few minutes. All right, Nick, you have. You know what, Nick? You're usually here first. You usually get to go first. Let's let Greg go first.
Yeah,
we haven't seen Greg in a minute, dude.
Oh,
yeah. You remember what happened last time you let me go first?
I don't know, man. You're probably gonna piss me off tonight too, man. But it's fine.
No, I wasn't ready, but I was ready in case you did.
All right, well let's do it, man. Let's do it. It's been a while. We're happy to have you back.
I'm happy to be back. So let's.
Also, you saw a great Raw, dude.
Going
to see Raw in person is always great, but seeing a good one is
a good one, and my kids got to experience it for the first time.
Oh, nice.
Like seeing my young one just doing the Oba strut in the crowd was cracking me up. So man, it was good. So they're hooked on the wrestling, and it was a big night for them. So we had a blast.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah, dude. I love it. All right, what you got, man? Your first pick. And if it's Dungeon Crawler Carl, just get the fuck on out, man. You just leave.
How dare you?
I mean, we will talk about it at some point, but I'm going to save that for someone else.
It was dope. Come on now.
So, I'm going to go with a classic favorite of the group. I think it picked up where it left off great last time, and I'm talking about none other than Escape.
Let's go.
Issue number 7, Rick Remender, Daniel Acuna. Our hero he had that great ploy where he tricked them to think that there's all these people outside, and he's on a one-man mission hunting. And what I just love about this is it feels realistic. It feels like that your hero's in danger at all points. Could he survive? Could he not? Like, it doesn't feel like, he's going to get out of this impossible situation. Like, there's tension, and I think that's how Rick Remender does such a good job of always just balancing that, right? Of getting you invested in these characters and hoping that, like, your favorites survive and things like this. And it was just really well done from that. And again, you have Acuna's art and the relationship between the general in this one, who's like basically calling his lieutenant or whatever it is, like, who's his son, like a nepo baby, like, to his face in front of all the other people. He's like, Dad, like, people can hear you. And he's like, then do your job. Like, those moments just for me, there was some like levity in the midst of like a very difficult story. And to get those moments and the art by Acuna that we talk about all the time, it just sells the emotion, the anger in the faces of, the main commander, the fear, the shock of like, oh, what's going on? It's just a well-crafted comic. And if you're not reading Escape, you need to fix it because it's fantastic.
It's a great book, dude. It's absolutely amazing. So I read that issue and I'm like, man, the beginning of arc 2. And then I'm reading it. I'm like, this sounds like we're about ready to wrap up, bro. Like,
right?
Like I was like, what's going on? How long is this series? You don't know. when it comes to Rick Remender. This could be planned to be a long time, could be 12 issues, right? It's probably at least 12, right? Because the first trade was 6 issues. I don't know if we have like a run length or whatever, but man, when I'm reading this, I'm like, how are we stretching this book out further, right?
Yeah.
The book does it and does it very well. It's exciting. It's deep, right? I see CE out there talking about, hoping that everybody just reviews the comics and nothing but Frank Miller lingo. I'll tell you this, that short, curt narrative caption style that Rick Remender is using in Escape is reminiscent of that hard-boiled style of Frank Miller's from like Sin City, for instance, right? It's short, it's curt, it's terse, and it just kind of gets the job done because we're talking about a soldier who's who's trained to be efficient. You know what I'm saying? And I love that, dude. I love these characters. I love this world. Here's the thing that's tripping me out. At first, I thought all of them were dogs, right? Then I'm like, oh, the bad guys are bats, right? So I'm like talking about how they're like bats versus dogs. Then somebody goes, the main character is a bear. What? Is he a bear or is he a dog? I thought he was a dog, y'all.
He's a bear.
He's a bear?
He's a bear.
Yeah. He's a bear, bro.
Bruh, I swear, I made it through like, I think I made it through 5 issues thinking everybody was dogs. Then I was like, wait a second, I think these fuckers are bats, dude. Like, I don't know, man. That blows me away. Apparently, I'm not paying too much
attention. What kind of ugly dogs do you have down south, bro? If you thought the bats were dogs.
I'm a cat guy, dude. All dogs are ugly to me, man. Like, I don't know, man. You ever seen a pretty dog? Come on.
Man, the chat's gonna come for you. You just said
some of them huskies are pretty. Wow. They got them Anderson Cooper eyes. Anyway, so he's a fucking bear, but we're his homies, not dogs.
One of the pilots that in the very first issue was a dog. Yes.
Cooper eyes, though.
So the bad guys, they're bats, right?
Yeah, but they're
I get, but yeah, it's all relative, right?
Hold on. This is
why we got a bear
question,
all
Robbie.
of a sudden in the middle of dogs and
bats.
bats.
This needs to be answered. And beneath the trees, that's a bear, right? Like that, right? It's not a dog.
A dog, dude.
It's a dog, dude. Straight out of a dog.
Samantha's not a dog.
Samantha
right?
looks like the dog that's the Snuggles fabric softener.
Order get on. Yeah.
All right, but I love the book. I apparently I don't know what the hell a dog looks like. What about you, Nick? Do you know what a dog looks like? Are you what's going on? Are you as confused as me about who's who in this book?
Honestly, I just didn't care. I knew they're animals, and it didn't. I didn't think it was like, oh, that's always a dog, and they're always bats or whatever it might be. I just thought they were just animals, right?
I thought we were doing some mouse shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what.
Yeah,
I thought
right.
We were doing.
No, I guess we're not doing mouse again. No. But yeah, man, I absolutely love this series. What I think is really cool about this one is you don't know if the dude's going to make it or not, right? Like, and you almost don't care. It's like the dude's on a mission. He's on a revenge mission. He's on a one-way mission in his mind. He's made some allies. He's going undercover. It's just a phenomenal book. It's great with tension. It's great with the artwork and everything, the facial expressions, everything you guys have said. Some of Acuna's best work. And absolutely, this is a phenomenal series. Yeah, and the trade just come out because I think I got a copy. I just got a copy, but I can't remember.
Yeah, same day.
Yeah,
which I think is genius to like
drop
the trade and the next issue. Because I remember when they did that for 100 Bullets, like when book 3 was starting in single issues, you could buy 1 and 2, and 2 I think came out that same day or like the week before or something. I just bought 1 and 2 and the new issue, and I've never stopped. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good
you can grab the trade and the new issue. It's really solid. They have solicitations through issue 9, and there's no like verbiage in there that would suggest that it's over. So that's interesting. The cover seems like it's a final kind of a cover, but who knows? Maybe it'll go on past there. But
which would be a Remender thing to do, to have a 6-issue trade come out and then just a 3-issue trade.
Surely
that would be fun. But the last issue's like 60 pages or some shit, like 100 pages, something. That's a Robert Kirkman thing to do. The final issue is going to be a whole trade paperback. Let's go.
For sure.
Let's go. By the way, guys, I'm 31 issues into my Invincible read through.
Hey, 75 right here. Nice.
Yeah.
I finished it since we were last on. I did it in 2 weeks when I was on vacation and crushed it.
I love how we're all comic book experts and all of us are like, nope, never read Invincible.
Right. Yeah. Hey,
yeah.
There's a lot out there, guys.
Awesome, though.
Love it. Stu, what do you think about Escape? And I guess you knew he was a bear too this whole time, man.
Yeah,
why'd y'all not tell me this shit, dude?
I'm sorry, bro. I didn't know you were that confused. Blown away by this return. Between this and like how Sacrificers came back from the break, I just like kind of love this new trend that Remender's on. Like come back from the break with an absolute bang. But yeah, the action in this one is astounding seeing Homeboy, go to work and also learning, like getting to learn more about the father-son drama that we got going on, and Daniel Acuna is just doing unreal career best work. So this is one of my favorites. I think it's a crime that it was left off best new series noms when it comes to Eisner's, but regardless, it's such a gem. So,
well, it was very important to make sure that they could save a nomination for the brand new comic we've never heard of, Batman, for best new series. You know what I'm saying? So I understand, like when something like Batman comes around,
right? Got to be frugal. Got to be frugal.
Yeah.
Fucking Absolute's best continuing series, Batman's best new series. Like, tell me what world we fucking live in, y'all. By the way, they just released issue 163 of this said Batman comic.
Yes.
Yeah.
The conclusion of part 1 that was supposed to come out, 8 months ago?
Yeah, I'm fairly certain this is the only time we're going to mention that shit tonight.
I walked into my shop and he goes, "Oh, you got your new issue of Batman?" I was like, "Dang it."
You're like, Batman? You're like, oh,
the curse.
The wrong Batman. All right, Stu, why don't you continue us along and give us your pick of the month?
All right, I'm going to go with a curveball. I don't know if anybody here tonight has read Nightwing number 138. Dropped last week. Dan Waters. We got Dennis Cowan on this bad boy. The Forest was the storyline. Brilliant character work with Starfire and Dick Grayson out in the forest, investigating this alien that was there to essentially hunt Corey down. And Terminator, right? And it uploaded its consciousness into the ship, and meanwhile it's like feral husk is out there feeding, trying to keep the body alive so it can maybe one day resurrect itself. But it's just brilliantly drawn. Like Dennis Cowan is really on like a Renaissance type tip on the on this Nightwing arc that he's been drawing recently, and I just think it's a wonderful hopping on point for the series if you're not familiar. But it's just this one, the last one was great with Cowan, but this one especially blew me away. I just thought his Waters' voice for these characters combined with Cowan and the way he depicted them, their emotions, and the relationship between the two, and Starfire looked amazing. It was incredible. So this one has surprised me, and I just love that he's getting a shot on this book with Waters. So I want to shout out Nightwing number 138 as my first pick of the month.
Bro, I read Nightwing 138. I've been reading Nightwing, solidly through the Tom Taylor run, and then Dan Waters comes on, right? And I'm reading it, and then we're like short an issue or something, and I missed a few issues. Then I jumped back into the series, like right after DCKO, when there was like the fresh jumping on points, next level, whatever the hell they're calling it. And I was like, man, a lot has happened in a few issues in Nightwing. You know what I'm saying? Like I missed some crazy shit. So I got to get caught up, but I was like really stoked to see Dennis Cowan there. Legend, GOAT, one of the GOATs of this industry. His Question run with Denny O'Neil and Bill Sienkiewicz.
Yeah, man.
One of the best DC comic book runs of the 80s, in my opinion. Love this dude's work. It meshes very well with the established, grounded DC superhero look, but at the same time, that dark tinge that Dan Waters bringing. I love that he's also doing a traditional Nightwing comic, but also kind of giving us a little bit of the Dan Waterisms in there with some of the more paranormal, supernatural, cerebral, under the surface kind of themes and plots that he's been working with. I love the book. This issue in particular, though, maybe a little bit too much sad Nightwing. We always talk about Jeff Lemire and his sad dad comics. I was like, man, Nightwing's sad a lot. For a dude who's known for his butt. By the way, did y'all see that comic book coming out called Nightwing, Nothing But Nightwing? It's all about his butt.
No.
Oh, God.
I thought that shit was a joke, bro. It's real.
It was a digital release, so right?
Yeah. So it means they don't really care about it, but
right.
You just wait. We're getting that Nothing But Nightwing. But man, it's really good. Dennis Cowan's dude hasn't skipped a beat. The only thing that would make it better is having Sienkiewicz ink that shit.
Right.
That would have been crazy, dude. Imagine Cowan and Sienkiewicz working on a Swamp Thing book. That would be great.
That would be fire.
With Dan Waters. I think Dan Waters would be a good Swamp Thing writer, honestly.
Agreed.
Yeah.
He's definitely got the weird down.
Yeah, he does. Greg, you read Nightwing? It's DC.
I'm not. I know it's DC. I gave it a try. I think it was when all the gangs had different like animal masks and stuff like that and things. There were so Robbie, in our world we have multiple animals and like there are multiple types of animals.
That's right. Nightwing's got a little dog.
Yeah.
Right.
And
that looks like a bear with
Nightwing's a bird.
with 3 legs. It's a bird with 1 wing.
No, it was one that I feel like it was just for me. It was so hard to like anyone that came on after Tom Taylor's Nightwing run was so good that like it just didn't hit the same level for me. So it just was one that was gonna be relegated to the trade and wait lists for me. So
I was really surprised because when I read that initial, so he did like a 2-issue arc, and I thought that Cowan had just come in to fill in for Dexter Soy or something. And then when I saw him on this new issue, I was like, is he the ongoing artist on this book now? That would be great. That would be amazing.
He's doing the next issue too.
Yeah. So that's 4 in a row. Cool. So looks like him and Dexter Soy, dude, that's a great, they're like different styles, but there is a common thread amongst those styles.
Agreed.
The texture is the common thread for me between Soy and Cowan, but they are very different and very different looking. Man, get some Klaus Janson inks on some Dennis Cowan, man. Bro. Anyway, Nick, you reading this one? You reading Nightwing, where he's got his little bear, 3-legged bear?
His little 3-legged bear fighting the bats?
Yeah.
No, actually, I'm not. I did too many. I have so many DC books in the pull list right now. I didn't really jive with Tom Taylor's run. To be honest, I liked how it started, but I didn't stick around for the long term, and so I fell off. I was reading so many Bat books at the time, like everybody else probably. It's just not one that I stuck with. But I think. And what I heard is this is a good issue just to jump in and jump out of if you just want to check it out. It's kind of self-contained. Is that right? It's kind of on its own. And
kind of. It's dealing with things that have happened, but they let you know what happened. But
yeah.
Basically, Dick thinks he like is responsible for like multiple deaths, like on some kind of car pile up on a bridge or something.
Well, there was a sniper. Yeah, it was a sniper shit that went down last issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So most of this issue is him running around crying.
All right. I mean, that's a little bit of an overgeneralization.
I mean, you are allowed to have emotions and feel bad if you think you caused the death of people.
It's fine.
All right.
It's like when you watch Punisher Warzone
Dale,
and you're like, oh, finally they're giving us a good Punisher movie. Then he accidentally shoots a cop and he spends the rest of the movie crying about it. And you're like, I don't know if Frank would cry that long about it, man. Like, I think he would just kind of
like, oh, that sucks.
Look, it broke an egg. Anyway, I'm just joking, man. I agree that people can have emotions and they can have pet bears and all pet bats and all kinds of things, man.
Even dogs.
Probably didn't know what a dog is. That's gonna be the next fucking bit, man. I love it. All right,
it's a bit that's never gonna end.
I know, man. All right, so Nightwing is pretty good, man. I think thank you, Stu, for putting the spotlight on that, man. Especially Dennis Cowan. The Dennis Cowan love I can always appreciate.
Right. Absolutely.
I got a really nice
give him his flowers while he's out here doing it.
Right.
I got a great job. He really is doing a great job.
I got a really nice remark from him in my question omnibus.
Nice.
And meeting him was so cool. Same day I met Christopher Priest. I met Dennis Cowan and Howard Chaykin.
Oh, was that at Memphis?
That was at Memphis.
I remember you bringing that book. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you remember me being at Howard Chaykin's table, bringing him my friend Star Wars and getting ridiculed by him.
You've been known to ridicule people for liking the Star Wars comics.
I know. It wasn't even my Star Wars. It's my buddy Cam, man. He was like, will you get this signed by Howard? I was like, bro, like if it was a black kiss, American flag, yes.
I don't think that was it. I brought my Star Wars that year.
I know. And I was like, dude, watch out. I was like, okay.
I had no idea.
I was like, dude, he loves signing Star Wars, man. You should bring more.
Idea. I got ripped
and
apart.
That's all you've read of his work.
No, he doesn't hate Star Wars fans, y'all. It's a misconception. First of all, Howard Chaykin, part of his character is playing that like grumpy old man, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
But he does he's like, we didn't even have the script for Star Wars. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. The movie hadn't come out. This book, honestly, looking at it as an artist, it's some of my worst work. So he's tired of fucking seeing it, y'all.
Yeah, I can.
He charges more to get that book signed in particular.
That's funny.
Yeah.
For his emotional hardship.
Yeah. All right, Nick, what about you,
Hilarious.
man? What's your pick for best of the month?
Actually, a lot of good books. A lot of them from this week, unfortunately,
Yeah.
for folks that haven't gotten quite caught up yet. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to pick one. We're talking about Conan the Barbarian, number 31. That book was so damn solid. We had Jim Zub, Doug Berthwaite on this one. The Son of Tooth arc. The character's brand new, but he's tied into the Wolf's Eye. It's tied into what was the other thing? The Blackstone stuff going on right now. He's basically like an avatar for these evil cults. He's mystically enhanced. He's taking out his own tribe. It's kind of like a Highlander situation where he absorbs the essence of the person he just took on, so he gets stronger and stronger through combat. He's taken on Conan. He's stalking him through the last issue. Now we're kind of taking it to the streets right now, and we're going one-on-one. And the book just doesn't stop, man. It's just so much fun to read. And we haven't seen Conan in this position before, where he's on the run and he's actually scared through this issue because he understands how beat up he is at the moment, even though, he didn't really get the jump on Conan or anything like that, but still this guy is so formidable. But he's literally running away, telling like people on the streets, like, get the hell out of here. This guy's coming. There's nothing that's going to stop him. And he's beating the hell out of everything. So we haven't seen Conan in that kind of position before. We've seen him down and out, but not like this. So it's got your attention. And it's brutal. It's so good. Like Jim's voice for the character. I'm learning about Conan through this series. Haven't read it much outside of this particular run and some Savage Sword, but like I can't imagine a writer having a better voice for the character than Jim. And if it's out there, man, I can't wait to get to it because it's incredible what he's been able to do. And he's teaming up with some of the best artists too for this. They have such a great sense of character design and landscape and just like the period in general. So it's the total package for me. I'm having such a good time. And 31 is a standout issue for me for Conan.
Yeah, it's a great issue, dude. Big like final fight type situation.
Yeah.
I love the way that Jim has built up this new character over the last few issues. Like we had a whole issue just about him, whole issue of him stalking Conan, leading up to this confrontation. And yeah, seeing Conan, who not just in Zub's run, but throughout the entirety of Conan lore, comics, the Howard fictional short stories and things like that. This is a dude who always can just make it work. And we see him kind of tremble a little bit. And Jim Zub paints it so well. When I was hanging out with him in Orlando a couple months ago, he was telling me, he's like, I really feel like I'm hitting the stride at the way I'm writing it. Like with the dialogue and the structure and the narration. In particular, he was talking about the narration. He's like, I think
great.
I'm no longer just copying Roy Thomas. I feel like I'm doing Howard, but my own way. And I agree. I think Jim Zub is the shit, dude. We know that he's doing at least 50 issues, bruh. I told him, I was like, man, if it ain't 100, we're going to all go to the UK and storm up Titan Comics and just tear shit down and be like, we're going to be like DX in the late 90s, like storming WCW. That's what we're going to be doing, man.
Yeah.
What about you, Bearded? Did you read Conan? You fuck with Jim Zub?
It's one of those I'm hit or miss on it. I pick it up if I have a light week, and I think that's my problem is I just haven't gotten into a rhythm and an arc. Y'all have got me wanting to read it more, and I've been picking up more Conan than I ever have in my entire life. This just was a heavy week for me, and so
it is.
I was just like, I'm not adding to my list this week, so. Sometimes I do, but not this one.
That fourth week is heavy.
It is, and
it was unreal this week.
And then
they need to stretch this shit out better, dude.
They threw in a Dick Tracy trade. That killed me. I was like, I had my regular poll, and then they threw on the Dick Tracy Volume 3 trade, and I'm like, come on.
Yeah, it's like we're all sitting there the first 2 weeks of the month, and we're trying like, what's the pick of the week going to be? Jesus,
right, yeah.
Week 4 now we're all like, dude, I can't fucking decide, man.
Week 4 is heavy, man.
Yeah, week 4 is heavy, man. What about you, Stu? You reading Conan, right?
I am. I haven't got to this issue. I do love this Son of Tooth character, this arc that they've done. Didn't they weave it into Savage Sword too? Like in some way, or am I
No, I don't think so.
Okay. But man, I thought that last issue when he was like stalking him, and then the reveal of like how Conan was playing it.
Yeah,
Just brilliant, man. yeah, it's just incredible. You set it up, and I just love. I love for like how friendly he is, how he's always hopping on shows. You guys reviewed Conan together, Robbie. He came and talked to us, like told us that he made Titan give him a big ass sword as part of his contract. Like the guy just, he's a one of one, man. And,
Jim's so cool, man.
It's I think it's the strength of his character is part of the secret to his success here. So yeah, it's awesome to see this one take off. I can't wait to finish it. Do they throw down in this one, or is it just
they throw down? It does. It's the first page all the way to the last page. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was in the end of the arc, but I think Jim posted something today saying it's not, but I could have been misreading him, like soliciting something to come.
Yeah. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Son of the Tooth is a bear, right?
Here we go.
Hell yeah, Conan, great pick. All right, I'm struggling, man. I got two that I think are very deserving, and I'm going to go with the one that I think is easier for Greg to digest. So I'm going to go with Odin, issue number 1. That's what I'm going to go with. A lot of people, when they hear that James Tynion is working on a new comic book, they get very excited. I got many people at my shop that are like, anything James does, I want, right? When I see that James Tynion is working on a new comic with a co-writer, I'm like, is he really working on that book? You know what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily get super excited. Also, the main writer of this is Marguerite Bennett, right? She's a very talented creator, very talented writer. Me personally, I haven't always vibed with her work as I do other people's, right? But reading Odin number 1 was an exceptional experience. I thought the book was filled with a moody, palpable atmosphere. You could feel the cold in the book. You could also smell these dirty ass wannabe Norwegian Viking hippies. You could smell them. You know these people. You can just feel the cringe when you walk near them, right? Basic premise of the story, if you're not familiar, it's a undercover journalist. She's trying to incorporate herself into this neo-Nazi white supremacist group that wants to go to like somewhere in Northern Europe to resurrect a Viking god. Like we're going to conjure a god up and get this Aryan power or whatever. Well, shit goes wrong for all parties involved. It's got a supernatural tinge to it. I love stories that deal with those seeking power and are not ready to receive even a modicum of that power. Things like Hellraiser, right? This kind of has that vibe. People that are well in over their head and they don't even realize it, but we realize it. But the way the story is structured, you are just as confused as the people. Slight spoilers here. When they start eating their homie and they realize they're eating their homie, I was like, oh my God, I loved it. I loved the ending. I thought this was the best debut of the month. I thought it was incredibly strong. The art is great too. Who is the artist? Because it's somebody who has like a Deladera style, but it's not.
It's definitely Deladera style.
Candanese or something like that. Yeah.
I really, really liked it. I was intrigued by the main character and her story, but I really love just seeing these fucks get in over their heads, and they're like, they think they're eating like
a deer,
like a godly deer, a deer
magical stag,
and they're eating their homie, man. Like, I don't know, man. I loved it. It had this nice kind of twist to it that I really enjoyed, and I thought the atmosphere of the book was exceptionally well done. Greg, did you check this one out?
Guys, I swear I read comics this month. That's the bit. You always pick comics I don't read. I didn't read this one. You know, I'm sold, and it just is one of those. I like James Tynion a lot, but there's also been a lot sometimes where I just kind of wait and see now. We've had a lot of issue number 1s on this that in this day and that then we just maybe doesn't pan out. there are some arcs series I love. So this is just one I was just waiting to kind of see what the vibe was for people. Trying to ball on a budget, but yeah. So,
well, I think it's easier for you to digest.
I appreciate it.
Than some other comics out there, and like Deo is pointing out the wordplay there, digest, because spoilers though, Greg, they eat their homie. Yeah, they think they're
kind of a big part of the ending. Yeah,
they think they're eating something else, man, and then they're like, wait, what the fuck's going on? It's got Midsummer vibe. Does that make sense? Like where people are like,
it reminded me of The Ritual. You seen that joint on Netflix?
No, I have not. No,
it's like four friends go out into the woods and they run into like this old cult out in the woods and their god.
They fuck around and find out.
They fuck around and find out.
Yeah, it's one of those like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Let's just walk into this fucking house,
right?
In the country of Texas. That's a great idea, right? Well, Stu, tell me what you thought about the book then.
Man, I think I liked it up until like the hallucinations. I think it got a little choppy with the storytelling there, and it just wasn't as well executed as I liked. I thought that when we were on the reverse side of that with the journalist, her narration was super strong. I really liked like the part on the bus where she's talking about everybody and where she's like sizing everybody up and all that. I felt that was the strongest part.
I love the bit where like you get through her narration, through her dialogue, that she's freaking out, dude, that somebody's going to realize.
Right.
That
when Homeboy gets on there, right?
Yeah, the rich dude. I don't know. I do see though, like so many shades of Tinian here. The rich benefactor reminded me of Walter from Nice House, and we always have 9 different characters. There's an artist among them. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, stick with what works. I'm not mad at him, rocking the formula. But it just, I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I think, at least the first bit of the comic I really enjoyed with the character development and the voice we had for that main character. But yeah, interested to see what happens. But like, I don't know if the that second, like the hallucination bit, really popped for me like I wanted it to.
Right, that was like the bit that worked for me, man.
That worked for you?
Yeah, that was the one bit that worked for me. Like everything else was, I mean, I don't know. I think by the end of it, I was just like, man, this was actually a really well-crafted first issue that really hooked me in. And I wasn't that excited for it. My expectations were low. Tynan's burned us a little bit, so he's burned us, but he also does great stuff, man. I told y'all Department of Truth is still good.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Alex Ekman Lawn on that cover. That cover is really brilliant.
Oh yeah, he always kills it.
That cover is great. What about you, Nick? What'd you think about Odin?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I there's some moments I enjoyed the first half, kind of like what Stu was saying. I unfortunately I pull a lot of baggage forward, unfortunately, with different runs. So it's like I kind of knew the formula a little bit kind of coming in. I was like, okay, it's going to be a team book. It's going to be a bunch of people getting together that don't really know each other. We're going to have to figure out dynamics and everything. And we're going to have some kind of like shock at the very end. Of course, that's just general storytelling framework. But I had a good time like learning about the different people. The little, trip that they go in at the end, that was certainly shocking. I wonder if it's going to lean horror. I wonder if it's going to lean more realism, like more realistic horror, or if it's going to go into the supernatural, because we thought we were going to do some witchcraft kind of stuff and summoning some ancient demon and whatnot, but like it was more grounded than that. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm wondering if it's going to continue to be more grounded or if they're going to get more into the supernatural as we go. And I don't
want
know.
It to be like a blend of both. Like, have you ever seen The Northman, the Robert Eggers film?
No.
Hell yeah.
The Northman has like this really interesting grounded approach to Nordic fantasy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That is still very supernatural, but in a different kind of way. I was getting a little bit of Northman vibes in this one too. Northman, by the way, is Edgar's most underappreciated movie that he's done. Everybody loves The Witch. Everybody loves Nosferatu and The Lighthouse. But everybody overlooks The Northman, man. The Northman is amazing. Everybody should watch that.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. All right. I pick a Tynan book. Not everybody's on board. Y'all remember a few months ago where I was trying to convince you that the first issue of Nice House by the Sea was really good, regardless of what we thought of Nice House by the Lake. And then the next week, or the next month, I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah,
I was wrong. So that could happen here. You never know.
it
could turn out that Of the Earth was the best #1 of the month and not Odin. But Of the Earth needed some forward matter to actually make it work, which I did like as well. Maybe we'll talk about
it.
That
Needed to be extra sized so we can get.
yeah. So you could get a half of a concept. Odin gives us the whole thing at least. I mean, so as a first issue,
true.
it was really well packaged.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's not hard to do in issue #1, in my opinion. Issue 2 and 3 are the hard ones. You know what I'm saying?
And
like
3 should be the easiest. 2, I think, is the hardest issue to do because
you're probably
one
right.
should be the easiest because you have the idea, and now it's like everyone has a great idea. What do you do with that idea then?
Yeah, you're right, because most movies kind of really I don't know, because it's like, I don't know, a lot of movies falter in their second act, because it's like that first act, you know, everybody knows what to do. Introduce the character, introduce the concept and the whole premise, and do this with economically, but at the same time set a tone and a mood and any subtext potentially that you want to deal with. But then when you get into the meat story, that's where it can start falling out. So yeah, issues 2, issues 3, shit like that. Also, wrapping things up is pretty fucking hard for a lot of people too, you know, and like
especially nowadays, it's like an epidemic, man.
I don't know, man. I think we had some really solid endings this month. Maybe we'll start talking about them. The only way to start seeing if we will is to get into round 2. So, Greg, why don't you give us your first pick of round 2?
You know what?
For pick of the month,
Robbie, I give you grief a lot. I give you a hard time, but one cannot argue that you are a master of the segue. And with that being said, let's talk about an ending this month. And let's do it with another James book. I'm talking about Exquisite Corpses, issue number 13. I know that people are up and down on that series. This was an issue number 1 I picked right off the bat for me. I was like, I loved it. It was an oversized issue. I love what they did with the world building of the 13 people that kind of controlled the, you know, whoever wins this tournament, you know, your killer wins the tournament, you get to control the country for the next 5 years. And as fun as like to see the town and the like the killing bracket style, the relationships in the room that were watching what was going on and the cutthroatness, the backstabbing, the things that were going on in that, I really liked how they ended it of the series. So I don't want to go too deep into it because it did come out this week of kind of how they wrap up and where they kind of lead it. It was a very satisfying ending for me that like if they don't do any more, which we already know they've got the Rascal Randy series coming out and the Fox Hunter, Fox Mass Killer series and stuff already announced. So we're getting more in this universe, but like it wrapped up in a way that was a satisfying ending with then that you want for me then to say, okay, but man, I can't wait to see where they do more with this world. Because what they really set the stage with this first series, this first, you know, two volumes basically is kind of set the world building for like what they could do and where they could go and how much the location plays into this, you know, into the setting that they do. And do you jump to the next 5 years? Do you jump to the aftermath of whatever takes place and things like that? And I just thought this was really well done. And man, I love Michael Walsh on some art, and to get that all the time was great. So I really liked it. I've had a lot of fun with this series.
I did fall out of Exquisite Corpses. You're telling me this is the final issue?
13 is the final issue of the first basically season. Yep.
All right. So did they wrap up the story, or is it all set up to like cliffhanger? They wrap up this story. Now it's going to be another situation.
Possibly. We don't know.
Okay.
It's a very satisfying ending. So, I mean, and it's a 13 issue, just like I think there was 13 killer. Like maybe I'm wrong, but, because you got the 13 colonies. Yeah, that makes sense. So, yeah. I mean, so it wraps up, but it definitely like it wraps up in a way of like where then the door is open to say like there's more to explore. Okay. I'd be curious because I know some people fell off because you got a lot juggling with the different characters. You've got a lot with all the different killers, all the people who are backing those killers. I feel like this is one that maybe it would be a really good trade read because there's so much going on. So I'd be curious if people that fell off, if they go back and try it. And
yeah, because the reason why I fell off is because I was like, man, it's been 3 issues since we got back to that dude who's babysitting that kid trying to find his boyfriend or whatever. And like, I don't know what the hell we were. I forgot where we left off. Here's the thing. If I knew it was only 13 issues, I might have stuck this thing out. Yeah. Right. And I should have known because they were killing these killers left and right. You know what I'm saying? I was doing Fable's show a couple weeks ago. Everybody was super high on Exquisite Corpses. And I was like, and they steal the name from a War Paint album. You know, the War Paint album's better. You know, I was like, I was just being a dick. I brought back Heel Robbie that night, drinking a lot of tequila. Then I was really fun. I was just talking shit. It was fun, dude. Right. I don't know why. I started a whole YouTube where I just talk shit about people. Like, I think I could do that, man. I think I can make it work. Anyway, that being said,
it's a bad idea.
It is a bad idea. Exquisite Corpses was one. Here's what's crazy though. So if this thing was always meant to be 13 issues for this first volume, why the fuck we need 30 people fucking making it? That's ridiculous to me. Why we need 30 people making this goddamn thing? Dude, if they make a cartoon or a movie of this, dude, they ain't getting shit. They're splitting those royalties among so many people,
I think from the get-go, they had, and I can say this because I actually went to the tour, so like I just listened to them say it. The get-go is they knew what they wanted to do with the framework of how much they wanted to go into these series and things, and to be able to consistently put out a product. They basically have like the framework of that. They all sit into a room and they're all just spitballing, and just they wanted it to kind of feel like the old days of just like everyone kind of adding into the comic. So
the one thing we can say is James Tynion's a genius, bro. Like they're kickstarting successfully a game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like a game based on this.
Yep. A tabletop card game.
13 issues. This is going to be a deluxe hardcover on the way. Mm-hmm. It's going to be James Tynion knows how to make the cheddar. He knows how to make those paper stacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really cool hearing him in that interview with Off Panel talk about how they had like Greg was talking about, like a powwow, they had a retreat before and like mapped this whole thing out like top to bottom.
Right, well, so what did you think about the finale?
All the tour stops that they were doing for Exquisite Corpses, they have like you could get the card from that. Like, so this was at Vault of Midnight.
Oh yeah, hell yeah!
And so you get that shit in a top loader, man.
That's what they did. They put them in it. So like, I'm just
right. There's some nerds, bro.
Dude, like, but and knowing that the card game was coming out, knowing that they're going to have these spinoff series with they built a universe.
This is the bullshit they're going to do. They're going to be like, if you really want to experience Volume 2, you got to play the game. That's when I'm going to be like, get the fuck out of here, man. I got to waste 8 hours playing a fucking game.
That's a Marvel with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No shit, dude. They fooled us all, dude. It took me 3 seasons to be like, none of this means shit, man. They're totally disrespecting the Inhumans, man. We ain't getting no Black Bolt. And then we did get Black Bolt, and we all wish we didn't.
You wish you didn't.
Yeah. Stu, what did you think about the finale, man?
Man, I've fallen off of this one long ago, unfortunately. Yeah, it was like 1 or 2 issues in. It just, I really love what, like we were just talking about. I love what they did here. I can respect the game plan and like I love the creators on this. Walsh is one of my favorites in the game, and Tynion's great at what he does, even though not all his stuff connects with me. But yeah, this one just didn't grab me. It's good to hear Greg say it might work better as a trade read though. So maybe I want to give that a shot. I do. That was that along with Feral, 2 books I saw on Best of 2025 list that like I really wanted to get to and catch up with. So maybe now's the time that they're wrapping up.
Yeah, I was telling everybody on the Fable show a couple weeks ago on Absolute Blaine Fable. Everybody should check that out on Friday nights, 8 p.m. Central Time. We have a great time over there. It's always fun. But I was like, I'm going to catch up because I do think that this is going to be one of those trade weight type books. Now knowing that the second trade's going to be the end of the damn series. All right, actually, the trades are 4 issues. There's 2 trades already. So I guess the third trade will be, like 9 through 13 or some shit like that. Interesting. Yeah.
I
Nick,
mean,
what about you?
They're going to go more with this series, but this is the conclusion of the arc.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's going to continue. They're going to, something is killing the children to death is what I mean. Obviously, like that's another thing. James Tynion knows how to make some money, and he also knows how to beat a dead fucking horse on the ground, like over and over and over again, man. And he just goes, something's killing the children. I don't know what the hell's going on, guys. What do you think? I don't know. Nick, what do you think? That was weird. That didn't quite land, I think, the way I wanted to. So Nick saved me. You got thoughts on Exquisite Corpses?
I think I read about the first three to four issues, I think, and kind of fell off. And I like everyone said, I respect the game. It's a very popular series. There's so many people that are just dying to read the next issue. It kind of felt like it was manufactured to be like a vehicle for toy development almost. Like one thing that kind of threw me off in the very beginning was all the different villains were so unique and so well designed, and they had variant covers, like the issues they were coming out, and they were obviously playing towards certain characters heavier than other ones. So it felt a little manufactured. It felt like a boy band comic almost, right? I was just like, oh, this comic was just designed to sell variant covers essentially, or to make a toy or something like that. And then it came with all the baggage that we usually have with a Tynan book, which is like, it's a lot of characters. There's a lot of dynamics. We're going to spend time learning each and every single one of them and learning their backstories and doing this and doing that. But I mean, the execution must have been good because so many people love this series. It's just a book that I unfortunately fell off of early on, and I probably regret it, and I might try to go back and check it out. But it had, I don't know, it just had something about it in the very beginning, just kind of threw me off a little bit. But yeah.
Y'all just wait till Nick's up here showing off his hardcover, his complete RPG kit, and he's got James and Michael on the show, and he's always like, "Yo, I've always loved this title. It's so good, dude. I've told everybody from the beginning."
This is my power fantasy. We're like next couple months, like you guys, I checked out the Rascal Randy book. Like it's pretty.
You know what I mean? Rascal Randy, right? Yeah.
Right?
I mean, yeah.
But who doesn't like a serial killer that's based off of like a Chuck E. Cheese vibe? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, the imagery on that, like
the
the killers, they look great. Like that's one thing I think a Tynion book is always going to get right. Like whether it's that or the something as the killing children mask, like the way, I think he has a great knack for that shit.
I mean, Frizen did with the chick with the bunny mask or whatever and the sword and everything. She did a cover for it. I was like, and I bought it. You know what I mean? Like
Fox mask,
Fox, whatever. So I'm like, how many covers are you gonna do with that character? It was kind of.
And I really wanted to bring up another book that had animals on it again.
Yeah, was it a bat? Was it a
bear?
bear?
There are animals in this book?
The Fox Mask Killer.
The Fox Mask Killer.
That was on the issue 1.
No. He's just wearing like a fucking Michael Myers mask or something, right? He's just wearing a human mask.
No, there's one character that wears like a fox mask.
The very first issue, it is a fox mask, bro.
Yeah, it's another.
No, you're thinking of Sync.
Nope.
Where the guy's wearing a fucking
there's
vulture
a
mask.
character called the Fox Mask Killer.
I'm just trying to go along with the bit that Robbie doesn't know what the fuck animals are.
Bear mask killer. Yeah.
I mean, imagine me, like if like Noah's Ark, imagine Robbie's Ark. I'd be like, I don't know what an animal is.
Why do we have so many dogs on this?
We don't need 2 of you, just one.
They're all fucking bears, but
we
he
only
thinks they're all
needed 2
dogs.
dogs to make this work.
I love it. Stu, what's your next pick for round 2, man?
All right. Let's see. Man, I hate to be such a basic bitch, but and pick this book like every month, I feel like, but it's just my fucking favorite. I love it. It's so good. Absolute Batman number 20. I love me some Absolute Batman, y'all. And Dragotta, coming over on the ferry, meeting with Snyder face to face every month, planning out these issues. Incredible team. This issue, you wonder how they can manage all these spinning plates, all these huge character introductions, and keep the bombast and Snyder does it all so effortlessly. It's incredible, and we're still getting these flashbacks of Bruce and the Wayland boxing match and the fallout from that, and throughout this issue, it's incredible how we manage that. We manage the introductions of the new Robins. We get some more Scarecrow development. The scene with Joe Chill in the prison where he can't stop him from hanging himself is chilling, just what they're able to accomplish in those 3 pages with Wayland and Eddie. It's just phenomenal writing. And Dragotta on the artwork is just even better. It's an incredible team, an incredible book. They constantly find ways to subvert my expectations, to blow me away, and to remain at such a level of consistency and quality that really has anchored the line, anchored DC. and just, led a revolution over the past couple of years. So it's I keep waiting for it to stumble, to skip, to sputter a little bit, but it just doesn't happen, man. It's incredibly thorough and just a delight issue to issue. So I gotta shout it out, even though I feel like it's a platitude, a little bit redundant, but I fucking love the book so much. So absolutely.
Everybody that follows my channel, the weekly reviews, everybody that follows this show, and you guys in particular, you know my journey with this book. I wasn't really digging it at first. I was like, it's big and dumb. I guess that's what it's supposed to be. And then somewhere in the Bane arc, it just really starts turning. And dude, it keeps getting better. It keeps getting better. I was like, after issue number 19, I was like, this has got to be the best issue they've done. I don't know if they can top this. Issue fucking 20. First of all, Absolute Scarecrow, terrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying. Super scary. I've never thought the Scarecrow was scary. I thought that James Tynion might finally give us that big epic Scarecrow story we needed, like out of Fear State. Didn't turn out to be the case. This version of the Scarecrow, so subtle, so low, meaning he's not a main threat, but he's one of the side threats. Just like Deathstroke. But look at this version of Deathstroke. Then the Robins, y'all. Let's go back to Robbie after reading, say, 4 issues of Absolute Batman. Hey, Robbie, the Absolute Robins are going to be all of the Robins, and they're going to be piloting mech suits. They're going to be working for the fucking Joker, right? And I'm going to be like,
it's going to look like
that's dumb as shit. There's dumb as shit. There's no way I'm going to like it. I fucking love it. I love it. Yeah. Nick Dragata's killing it. Snyder is allowing Dragata to do what he wants to do. Snyder, this is what Snyder is so good at. He's good at, a lot of people would say he's good at putting his pulse on what the industry wants. No, nobody fucking knew they wanted Absolute Batman before this shit dropped. Snyder didn't realize that. Snyder's really good at going, who are the best artists in the business? Hey man, if we did Batman, what would you want to do? Let's do that. He makes it happen. That's what he does with Greg Capullo. That's what he does with Nick Dragata. That's what he does with the artists that he works with now. I fucking love it. Love it, love it, love it. Nick, you got thoughts on Abbat?
No, I mean, I feel like it's just like one of those books where if we don't mention it, it's just implied that it's one of our favorite books. To Stu's point, it's like we didn't need to bring it up. Everyone loves the book, apparently. So it's very solid. And I don't know if we're all so excited about it just because it's like, it's familiar. It's a twist on the familiar, but it's a really good twist on the familiar. And the art just blows me away all the time. And I had a very similar journey, Robbie. I was making fun of it the whole first arc. The Freeze arc came. I hated that. I actually didn't like the Freeze arc at all. And then somewhere around Abomination, when Bane came in, it was like, wow, this is becoming one of the books I could probably skip to one of my favorite books of the month every single time. So, and yeah, it's the subtlety, it's the twist on the norm, it's the way that Dragata's doing the artwork, it's that manga influence that he obviously has, it's the suit designs, it's all that stuff. And Scarecrow he's a menace, he's, like you said, he's very subtle. We don't know how he works, how he operates yet. We kind of know how he influences people. You know what I mean? There's still a lot of mystery on that character. Yep. And right now there's no answers to that guy. And he's just one of many threats that we're going to have to deal with very soon. And it's incredible. He was actually, Snyder was actually on, was it Comic Pop recently doing an interview with Sal, and he revealed a lot of stuff that's coming down the road for Absolute Batman. And I'm really excited to see.
Snyder's going to be at Heroes Con. I met him and got to have a drink with him in Orlando. I'm going to corner his ass in Charlotte, and I'm going to make some shit happen. You just wait and see. Okay.
There you go.
Just wait till y'all hear the story. Robbie got way drunk and threw up on Scott Snyder, but don't worry, Scotty Young was there, and
he threw up on him too.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I was
and then
about
he
to
bid
say,
20
like,
grand
Robbie,
for Daniel Warren Johnson.
Make sure you send them my way, but don't do it until you've secured the bag, and don't associate me until you.
Dude, it was super cool. Like when I hung out with him, it was because of Jim Zub. Jim Zub brought him over, and he was like, "Hey, do you know Robbie?" And he looked at me, and goes, "Do we know each other?" And I was like, "We've met a few times." He's like, "I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry." I was like, "Dude, it's okay, man. Problem. Like, you're busy. It's all good. You don't need to remember who I am." And then I'm wearing this absolute Batman fucking t-shirt that somebody gave me. It was totally a bootleg shirt, right? It's got the UPC on the fucking image and everything, right? From the comic book cover.
Sure.
And he just goes, I like your shirt. And I was straight up, was like, it's a bootleg, man. And he's like, yeah. But anyway, he was really cool. And he talked about this book and his passion for it. And like how he's like, it blows my mind. He's like, I didn't think it would work. He was like, this was like my 5th, 6th time working on Batman. He's like,
yeah,
I didn't think it would work, but it did. And it's working very, very well. I love the name of this story is Straw Man. And when you know what a straw man argument is, and you think about the idea of Scarecrow in this book, but also the idea that the Joker is kind of the bigger threat. And now we're leaning into the idea that the Batman was created by Joker, right?
Yeah.
And so like there's cleverness there.
Yeah.
Major cleverness with the Bane story, which is called Abomination. And that's because, was it Graham Nolan who said that? Like when he saw the design for Absolute Batman, he goes, it's an abomination.
That's great. It's a great flip.
Snyder's throwing shots, dude, and I love it, dude.
How great was that opening sequence with Joker and like in the Batcave, and then like that title page, man. Like his title pages need to be in a gallery somewhere.
Yeah. Dude, and I thought the whole thing about Batman's rogues gallery being his best friends was the most dumb thing I'd ever seen. Now I'm all like, dude, I can't wait for Two-Face. I can't wait for Penguin. And the idea, like he's like the Riddler. Riddler's missing pieces. He's puzzled because he's missing.
We got to see these new designs. Don't they all look so dope?
I fucking love it because this motherfucker Scott Snyder's tried to reboot the Riddler so many goddamn times, and it's failed every fucking time. Everybody who's tried to make the Riddler cool has failed. I hate that fucking Robert Pattinson Batman movie. Greg, what do you think about Absolute Batman?
I don't know how to follow that, but so you all know my journey from this show. I am probably the lone holdout of the group that doesn't love Absolute Batman.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were in our chat, in our Instagram chat, and I couldn't make it last month, I said y'all are gonna miss that. I would have actually probably picked Absolute Batman 19. That was and still is the best book that they've done of the Absolute series, in my opinion. And then it's building on to it now with this one with 20. What he's done with the character of Scarecrow. My hang up has always been I don't like the grotesque body horror designs of a lot of things that Scott Snyder does. And I know it's Dragoto's on the art, but I'm assuming that like Scott, because how much we see those characters play like and throughout his books, like he has conversations about it. I don't love it. Whatever reason though, Scarecrow works for me. And I think that it's not this like trying to be this like over the top, like everything's so big in Absolute Batman to have someone that just is so small and almost normal. Like I think that really works for it, because that opening sequence in 19 sets the stage of how scary Scarecrow actually is as a character. Yeah. And you talk about the craftsmanship of like when Scott Snyder has a plan, right? And we got hints of that in 19, but we're seeing it now more with 20 of that you all have alluded to of how Joker was like, creating the Batman. And like if you go back and look at issue number 1 of the Zoo, you see the what is it, the bats or whatever it is whenever Scarecrow's around.
The crows or whatever.
The crows, you see those in the Zoo in issue 1. That doesn't pay off until 19 of like when bad things happen, those are around. And like that's playing the long game. And I think it was so well crafted, so well done. Just what he brings as a character, that jail scene in this one is so
unbelievable.
So like what Bruce and Batman is struggling as a character and what he's going through, and just the calm poise. It's almost like the scariness of like a Hannibal Lecter, right? Like just he's a presence that you see him like he's calm, like he's not Abomination Bane threatening levels. He is just like, when he's there, you're like, oh crap, something's gonna happen.
Yeah. I love how he constantly shows up with like the flick of the lighter, right? Like like emerges out of the darkness, lighting that cigarette. But yeah, I just love like when he's trying to hold him up and he like cuts it. It's just so brutal.
This is the best villain that, in my opinion, that they've done, and so I love getting to expand on it in this one. And now we're going into Power Rangers Robin, so we'll see if that pans out for me or not.
Some of them are on little motorcycles, like I guess unicycles. Like I think it's fucking cool as shit. I love the Scarecrow design too, right? He's got those buttons for eyes.
Yeah,
I love that shit. Right? He reminds me of like a stuffed animal, like an old teddy dog or something like that. You know, if you remember it from your childhood.
Yeah.
Nobody else got that. All right, I'm moving on. Teddy dog instead of teddy bear. I was doing the bear dog. Never. Robbie doesn't.
It was very subtle.
Animals.
It's very subtle.
It was too subtle. Too subtle.
Bit.
All right. What's crazy is I was having a conversation with Joe Corallo the other day. I was like, "So how do you feel about Absolute Batman now?" He goes, "I hate to admit it, but it really got me in that Bane arc, and it's gotten really good since."
Oh,
then.
Joe.
I was like, "Holy shit,
man!" Now you know it's really cooking with.
I know. When everybody,
now,
every hater has gone like, you know, it's pretty good.
Better.
You know, which Power Fantasy couldn't do that. All right, Power Fantasy didn't have that ability, but Absolute Batman does. All right, whose pick was that? Was that you, Stu?
Yes,
was that you?
that was
It was the basic. Yeah,
I'm the basic bitch when it comes to Absolute Batman.
Yeah.
But here's what's crazy. It may be a basic bitch pick, but it is not a basic bitch book. If that makes
right.
sense.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. In fact, Batman 163 is the basic bitch book. But you know what? I said we weren't going to mention that book again. Damn it. Nick, what about you, man? Round 2. What you got?
I'm going to do something different. Pick a book that I like. Let's see.
Throwing back to last month.
Continue the bit from a month ago.
Nick all of a sudden decided to pick books he liked.
I thought this was the worst book of the month. Damn it. Been doing this wrong for 4 years, Robbie, or whatever.
That's why you're the Marvel shill.
Yeah. Let's do something a little different. I'm gonna go with Usagi Yojimbo Kaito 84 #3. Let's talk about that book. That book is incredible, man. Even if you're not a Usagi fan, or if you don't know anything about the lore and the characters, you really don't need that. Basically, it's a lot of the characters from classic Usagi storylines and everything. It's kind of like their family tree extended into the 80s, and they're somehow, some way they've gotten together, and that same kind of group of people are now doing some heists and things like that. They're kind of anti-heroes, kind of in a way in the story. And by fate or whatever it is, they're all back together, and there's obviously some connections to the past. There's some common enemies from the past that are going to be pulling forward into the future, and we're going to have to deal with all these threats and everything. And that's like an oversimplification of just how cool the story has been put together so far. But it's really the artwork inside of it. Jared's doing an incredible job with his watercoloring, just the character designs and the layouts and the mood and the atmosphere. It's what Acuna's doing over in Escape, but it's happening now over in Usagi. And it's a totally different thing. But like, if you're reading both of those books, I think it makes sense from like a coloring and a design point of view. It's a phenomenal read. So like, again, if you haven't been reading Usagi, you don't really need to. You can jump into this book and just understand that these characters have an ancestral bond that we're exploring more in this one. And
they full out lay that out in this issue.
They
right?
do.
They full on explain it. They're like, oh, you're repeating something generational here.
Right. Yeah. There's a reason why your guys are drawn together. There's a reason why that you work so well as a unit and everything, even if you don't get along or whatever. And we're learning more about that with every issue. The biggest shame of this entire series is that it's only 5 issues. And we just got issue, 3? So we have 2 more to go. And we're going to get a classic villain very, very soon. And I cannot wait for it. And we're going to have some, single character spotlights in the next issue. We're going to do some dungeon crawling kind of stuff. No Carls, no cats, just Usagi characters the whole way. And I'm really excited for you. Greg's gone. Sorry. Yeah, but I've been blown away by it. So it's one of those books I didn't have a whole lot of expectation for, unfortunately, but it's blown me away with every single issue. So if you haven't checked that one out, go ahead and do so.
I love the book. I think it's great. I think that one of our jobs here on YouTube talking about comics to people that want to hear what we say about comics is to let people understand how important Usagi Yojimbo is to the comic book world. It's just as important as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's just as important as anything Frank Miller did. It's just as important as Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko, and I hate to say it, but even Stan Lee. So almost near as important as Will Eisner. Okay? So, like, it's a big fucking deal. And Kaido 84 is the Usagi Yojimbo story set in the 80s, right? 80s nostalgia. There you go. You can hear the synthwave music. The art's great. The story is great. And if anything, if you're enjoying this book and this is your first Usagi book, go and check out anything you can find from Stan Sakai working on Usagi Yojimbo. And, you know, I love to play the fool when it comes to bits. Robbie doesn't know what an animal is, but Omega Slice, let me tell you, Usagi Yojimbo is a fucking rabbit. And I know that, bro. I know that. He's got the ears. He likes tricks. He loves all that shit, man. Stu, you reading this one?
Caught up with this one today. Thought it might be on the program. Love it. I think I am that reader that is unfamiliar with Usagi and that world for the most part. And this has been just a fantastic, fun ride. Dude, Jared Cullum doing unbelievable work. You know, I was talking about it with E last night, and I just looked it up. Sakai's been on Usagi since '84. Like to take on that weight, the weight of that legacy, and the way he's killed it throughout this one. Absolutely.
And also to point out that imagine if Turtles was done solely, for the most part, by Eastman and Laird since 1984. That's what Stan Sakai is doing.
Right?
That's crazy to me, man.
It is. It's insane. So I can't.
Not even
imagine
Dave
the
Sim is
pressure.
keeping up with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah, like the painting, like the watercoloring type deal is going on. I love the rendering of the Genosuke, the rhino character. I think is my favorite. I don't know if you know which one that is, Robbie.
Yeah, Jin's the greatest, man. I know what the fuck Jin is. All right, I get it. Now it's not funny anymore, guys. Now I feel insulted.
No, it's really funny.
You just wait. I'm gonna keep calling that motherfucker from Escape a dog. You just wait and see, man.
Yeah, because you're gonna forget you're gonna forget this conversation. We're gonna do the same thing.
There's gonna be a quote on the back of Escape Volume 2. It's gonna be like, "This is the best comic book about a dog in war I've ever fucking seen."
I haven't cried this hard since Homeward Bound.
They do Homeward Bound sometime, man. We all be. If you want to see some grown ass people talking about a movie and crying.
Robbie's the whole feral with the stray bears backstory is really messing with Robbie right now. So.
There's some dogs that look like a bear, man. Look at a Saint Bernard, you know. I mean, fuck, dude.
True.
Anyway, you were saying something very poignant about this book, man.
It was very
I love it. Highly recommend it. Yeah, get on it. And shout out like you guys have both said on your channels and your reviews. Jared Cullum doing the work of a lifetime here.
It's amazing. And the covers they've been doing for this book are amazing. I'm not even a cover guy, really. But like the covers they've done, the Jim Rugg, Kevin Eastman.
Jim Rugg doing it.
Who was doing the variant on this one? I can't remember who it was, but it was awesome as shit.
Hold on, we had David Peterson doing cover C and Stan Sakai doing a cover B.
Yeah, dude, look at that. It's great shit. Bearded, you reading this one?
Peterson.
Yeah. I'm not. We talked about like our fandoms of like how we all review comics, and we all just were playing catch up on Invincible recently, and this is one that's just been a blindside for me. So I feel like I know you guys have all said like this is a great hopping in point, but I feel like I need to hop into some Stan Sakai first before I hop into this. So I passed.
Grab any of them. If you can get a hold of if you want to start from the beginning, either A, grab a hold of the Fantagraphics printing of Ronin.
Okay.
Usagi Yojimbo Book 1 Ronin, or get the Fantagraphics 2 hardcover box set that has all of the stuff that came before it went over to Dark Horse. Then you can start with the Dark Horse Saga paperback collections. And then you're good to go. Like,
Okay.
and in fact, if you're ever at a pawn shop, thrift store, comic shop, and you see any Usagi Yojimbo graphic novel and it's within your price, just buy it.
Okay.
Just buy it and read it. I started reading it and they kept referencing the Grass Cutter Saga. And when I finally found that Grass Cutter Saga trade, I was like, it's like I found the fucking Holy Grail, dude. I loved it, man.
In the last couple of years, they've done a great job of putting together like 5-issue arcs, like just 5-issue miniseries, you know? So, and they're all referential to a degree, but you can just read those and get a good sense of the characters and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
and honestly, next time Stan does a Usagi Yojimbo, it will be an issue number 1 because it will be a new miniseries, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could jump in there.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it just is just a Fox Samurai, right? That's the
It's a Fox Samurai.
okay.
He's a rabbit, man. He's Usagi Yojimbo.
It's the hair.
No,
Yeah.
That's
he's
a
a
bridge
hare.
too far now. A
So,
bridge too far.
Yeah. Like, I'm willing to play the dumb fucking foolish bit until we're talking about Stan Sakai's work. You know what I'm
So you
saying?
got to stand on business then. Yeah.
I gotta stand on fucking business, man. You know what I'm saying, man?
I'll still give it.
It's really good, dude. But like the height though is the height is the 90s for me, man. Like Usagi in the 90s, the Dark Horse era. Like holy shit, so good, so good.
Also,
All right,
Can I just say real quick, Robbie,
Yeah.
how dope this looks in black and white? Just
it kind of does, doesn't it?
Right.
And then I started looking. I was like, oh shit, I should have changed the color. See, that's blue, and I should have changed the logo because I could easily just been like, where the fuck is this shit at?
I mean, you look like a floating head
I
right
could
now.
have done
but
this,
The rest of us, we look.
you know.
Ooh,
And I could go-
Nice.
Where's
Subtle
the other
difference.
thing? Here it is. Here it is. Let's do that. Oh, boom. Look at that. See,
Now change
that's
the
more
live. Now
complete.
change the live.
Yeah, I wish I could.
Although I
That's a
guess you
great
don't see it
picnic,
on
man. I always love talking about Usagi Yojimbo, whether Stan
Yeah.
Sakai is doing it or not. It's
Yeah,
time
absolutely.
for my next pick, which was my number 1 pick, but I went with Odin over it because I was like, if somebody's trying out a pick for the first time, it should be Odin number 1 over Absolute Martian Manhunter number 11. Like if that's your first issue of Absolute Martian Manhunter, you ain't gonna understand it,
Yeah.
right? And even if it's your 11th issue of Absolute Martian Manhunter, you might not understand it. I don't think I fully get everything. But what I love about this book is I know that this is something I'm going to read a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and God forbid, 25 years from now, and still pick up shit from this book. This is, I don't want to get too hyperbolic because we still got 1 issue to go in this series. But I would say that this might be what I would consider one of the best Vertigo interpretations of a DC classic character. And I feel confident saying that because Sandman is a DC concept, but the character of Morpheus is a Neil Gaiman creation, right? So I'm not counting Sandman, but I am counting Animal Man. Fuck, I'm starting to count Swamp Thing up in this motherfucker. Doom Patrol, right? Y'all know how much I love Grant Morrison and Alan Moore. You know how much I love these characters that we're talking about. Shade the Changing Man, Pete Milligan, Chris Bacalo. What, like, there's an omnibus available right now of Shade the Changing Man from Vertigo. There's a volume 2 coming. It's some great shit. I know that this is an absolute book, but you could just call this Martian Manhunter, or actually more appropriately, Martian Mindfucker, and put a Vertigo stamp on it. And it's still like at the level that it is. This book to me is exceptional. Dennis Camp loves being subtextual and having subtext within subtext within subtext. Most of the time, his subtextual things are very obvious and on the nose. And there are subtextual themes in Absolute Martian Manhunter that are, but there's also a lot underneath the surface, talking about despair, depravity, talking about hope and optimism, talking about loneliness, talking about connectedness, right? This book is covering all of those bases and reinterpreting, reimagining the idea of the Martian Manhunter as a foreign ultra-terrestrial type entity rather than an actual being from Mars. But then take that idea, apply it to the white Martians. Take that idea, apply it to Despero, right? Which is crazy because in the Absolute Universe, usually when they do these universe reboots, they want to slowly lead into the more high concept stuff, especially when we're coming across aliens and stuff like that, right? Well, we know that aliens exist in the Absolute Universe because of Absolute Green Lantern. Aliens are real. But the way that they're approaching alien phenomena and how it relates to the metatextual nature of the comic book page and the emotional state of the reader and the character, like this book to me is levels above, man. I fucking love it. And the art, Javier Rodriguez, art, colors, everything done by him, absolutely astounding, amazing. And also, you know, in that first issue, we had that really clever bit where you had that, like, turn this last page up to a light and you see the possession. They did another thing like that here where they asked you, hey, if you don't want to kill these innocent people, cut out this panel.
Yeah,
and
don't turn the page. Yeah.
Here's what's fucking crazy. If you cut out that panel, all 3 of those pages read different. Actually, all 4 of those pages read different. That's intriguing as shit to me. That's amazing. That's high concept. That's kitschy, but also really impactful. I fucking love it. I love how overly clever this book is, and also how straight to the point this book is. It's esoteric and it's easy to digest, in my opinion. Honestly, I think there's so many levels. You can just go from a basic level, alien possession, all the way down to the idea of what the fuck is wrong with humanity, you know? And I love it, dude. I love the way it's playing with color, but then white, right? And then it started playing with blacks. Now it's mixing them all together. Look at the color palette from issues 1 to today. Just see how the white creeps in, then the black creeps in. This is one of those things. I think if we had every page that Javier does spread out in one thing that we could see, we would see something. We would see patterns. We would see something within even just the coloring and the spotting of blacks, the use of color, the use of the psychedelic rainbow effect, but also that stark black, that stark white, that blue highlight on that black, that slightly off gold highlight on that white. Bruh, this book to me, next level. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Nick, what do you think about Absolute M&M issue number 11?
Oh yeah, it is Absolute M&M. That's great. Yeah, I mean, I love the series. It's going to make a great like sit down book just to read it all through in one sitting, because undoubtedly you're going to find more things, like you mentioned, through every read. I also really enjoyed, maybe mostly in the first arc and maybe part of the second one, we were getting assorted crisis events alongside this book, like around the same time, and they were both dealing with like society and, you know, everything else. And so it was really kind of cool to see those two kind of bounce back and forth, you know, especially your mindset. There's one particular issue where the neighbors are fighting each other, you know what I mean? And they were like killing lifelong neighbors and everything like that when the White Martian was kind of taking over the city and everything. We're trying to build back out of that. At the same time, I had in Assorted Crisis events, you had like the doppelganger world issue kind of coming in, and it was the same type of thing going on, right? And they're trying to coexist. And so he's got a great way of just kind of like putting his finger on some kind of like societal problem and integrating it in with the story. The high concept part of like the aliens and how he's interpreting them and how they're more just like in your mind, and they mess around with your senses and your perception, and they can influence your mood and everything and impact the world like physically, like the slime and Ghostbusters too. You know what I mean? It's like these things are impacting the world and the people in such creative ways. And his reinterpretation of the character, I haven't seen that ever, like to this level, to this degree, like you're saying. So, you know, I have my problems with it, when it comes to like, I wish it was its own thing. I wish it was a Vertigo book. I wish it was that. It wasn't in the Absolute world, because we have to tie it in somehow, loosely or not, to Absolute. And they've done that already, and I don't think they even need to go further than what they've already done.
No, just the concept of darkness.
Dark side, and the White Martian, and the energy and the negative, whatever it might be, whatever. We're done. We're good. The other part of it is, how are they going to wrap it up, man? we have a lot of threats to deal with. Still, what issue was this? This was 11. We have one
11.
more
There's
issue, right?
one more, man. Yeah.
We have the White Martian. We got Despero. We got whatever the Absolute tie-in is.
We got the government agency.
We have the government, the autopsy people. We got
that crazy hippie guy.
Right. We got a lot of things to wrap up, and then whatever happens after that, right? To wrap up. And this creative team is going to put this down for a while. They're going to go do a next level book. They're could come back in 3 years or whatever it might be and do a second or third arc. And it's going to be crazy. But I think it's a very well done, great reinterpretation, phenomenal design, and just great story overall. And so, yeah, props to the team, man. It's incredible. I really want to sit down one day and just read the whole thing back to back to back and take it all in again.
If they are doing a next level book, which I don't know if that's been confirmed, but they have said, like Dennis has said, we had an opportunity we could not pass up. Creator owned does not seem
like
they're doing a next level book.
Yeah, so, Snyder said something about like
Snyder said it on
okay. So
it's going to be announced within the month.
Yeah.
What next level book do you want this team to do?
I'll tell you what I don't want them to do. I don't want them to do Swamp Thing. As much as I love Javier, I don't want his Swamp Thing. Unfortunately, I think his style is cool, but I don't want that aesthetic. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want, I wouldn't want Trad Moore to do Swamp Thing. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like I don't want that kind of look.
Eat the fuck up.
I know. I get it, but like I want a more traditional.
I would prefer on Animal Man though. Trad Moore on Animal Man. Just imagine using like the red. Because that's what it's called, right? The red versus the green, right? Like imagine him using the red
the rot versus the
flesh. You just think about Strange Tales of Luther Strode or Strange Talent.
Yeah.
And
you ready? You ready for what book they should be on?
What?
Mr. Mixaplix.
Mixaplix? All right. Yeah.
You know what? I feel like
a book in the fifth dimension?
Yes.
Kryptonite Spectrum did a good job.
Mr. It would be great.
Kryptonite Spectrum did do a good job, and we already got that exact same team, the Ice Cream Man team of Billy and Martin doing Dead Man, which starts next week. My top pick was Doom Patrol.
Okay, that's
but
good.
now I'm thinking, because I was talking about it, Shade the Changing Man. It wouldn't have the impact. That character does not have the recognition, but
that's okay. Yeah,
I think them on Shade the Changing Man, that would be crazy. That would be crazy, dude.
I definitely think they're going for like one of those historic Vertigo type characters.
Doom Patrol to me would seem to work.
Yeah.
I think.
But I think Doom Patrol has more of a grit. To me, that has like a grit to it that this team could do, but that art style and color palette doesn't play.
And honestly, if you're gonna do Doom Patrol again, I would say bring back Dennis Culver and Eric Burnham, because they did a great job in that Unstoppable Doom Patrol run.
Yeah.
But
that was actually pretty good.
The three I wrote down was Doom Patrol, Shade the Changing Man, and Swamp Thing. And then you were like, no Swamp Thing.
No, because I don't want that color. Honestly, I don't want that palette and that line.
Bro, what if they did Sandman?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Something within the world of the dreaming.
Of course, I couldn't.
That could be cool. That could be cool. I could see that.
Yeah, Spurrier and Max, was it Max Fiumara? Was it that did the Dreaming series, like 25 issues? Was it Max?
I don't know.
I think I don't know. Was it Bill Kisevely? Maybe whoever did that. There's a 25 series that's really good. Cy Spurrier was the writer on it.
Yeah, I gotta look it up.
Who was doing the Etrigan next level book? I keep hearing that.
Oh, we don't fucking know, do we?
They keep throwing that shit around like it's gonna.
The cover, though, the images we've seen, bro, it might be them. I don't know, man. I feel like Dennis would be really annoying with the rhyming. I love Etrigan, but I hate the rhyming, man. I hate the rhyming.
Yeah, he's not. He's okay. I like him in guest appearances. I don't know if I want a full on.
Did you ever read the Garth Ennis run from back in the day?
I have not.
It's Garth Ennis and John McCrae, I want to say. It's right before they did Hitman. They did a brief run on Demon, which is actually about to be collected again in its entirety in soft cover. But that's a pretty fun, And I don't think, if I remember, I could be wrong, but I don't think that Garth Ennis, some writers don't like to fuck with the rhyming thing. Some
Do you remember
writers.
Azzarello? Do you remember Azzarello's Etrigan?
Yeah. And then do you remember Neil Gaiman's Etrigan spoke in poetic verse, but didn't speak in rhyme.
Right.
Didn't do the
Because
rhymes.
good poems don't rhyme. Right? You know?
I don't remember if Cy did that with one of the Sandman Hellblazer that they did a couple of years ago. I remember a demon being in there. But it was Cy and Billiquis Evely was doing the dreaming back in 18 to 20. Yeah.
Okay. Word.
Yep.
Word. Okay. I think Shade would be perfect. Doom Patrol would be good. Swamp Thing does need a little bit more texture to it, a little bit more organic quality, I think, to the art. Like Mike Perkins. That's why he was so good at that.
Yeah.
Get Perkins and Spicer back. Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, Aaron Campbell. Bring Aaron Campbell on to do some.
Yeah. Aaron would be great.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But now they're going to be like, do we do Alec or do we do Levi? Now, because now they're like in this, they're in a fucking middle point of Swamp Thing right now. If you really think about it, right? Like they haven't committed to where they're going forward, because since Rom V's run, we haven't really seen.
What was it in Future State? Do you guys remember what it was at the end of Future
Levi,
State?
Wasn't it? Because Rom
it was probably Levi. Did he do? Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Because he blew that giant tree thing at the very end.
Yeah, that's the last time we've gotten a solid.
There's an omnibus version coming out of the Rom V. And
Swamp was in KO, wasn't he? Wasn't Swamp Thing in some of the KO stuff, or was that another?
Yeah, he was Levi. He was still Levi.
It was still Levi. Yeah,
still Levi.
They were in Brazil or something.
I just don't know how committed they are to that if Rom's not doing it.
But
maybe Bidikar will get a gig or something. Who knows?
Yeah,
I think he's doing a good job in your skin. Okay, we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about Absolute Martian Manhunter. Stu, what do you think?
Oh man, it's masterful. You guys talk about, like, I'd love to see it collected and just like do a super flip of like all the pages and just see all the colors kind of run together. Like that would be amazing. Like you said, just to see it progress. Incredible issue. I don't understand everything, and I don't necessarily know where we're going to go from here. But regardless, like the stuff in the beginning with John running around contemplating suicide, Despero there in his ear, like you said, Robbie, the way, you know, like they did in issue 1, they bring back that you know, physical interaction with the comic book, how it could, you know, possibly alter or mess with the story. Every page, every panel, every little detail from Javi is worth just taking 5 minutes and pouring over.
Dude, and it's so genius because they're like, hey man, if you don't cut out this fucking last panel on this page, you're a piece of shit, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's brutal to see John gun down a bunch of people, right? Like it's wild.
They had it coming.
Did anybody though notice what the pages would read like if you did cut that out? Like if you cut that out and read those pages and how it would work, it actually works. All 4 pages work that way.
I got to go back and try that.
They do. It's crazy. I didn't do it.
But yeah, I've loved these government agents since the beginning. To me, like the sequence, there's always like multiple sequences or multiple pages or splashes in every one of these issues that just sent you into another realm. The electrocution shot, this joint, I know we're in black and white, but like, come on, yo. Absolutely incredible artwork. So yeah.
The comic book page should work in black and white, and that one does.
It does. So yeah, and then the horrifying goings on at home, right, with his son, what the truth of that situation is. Yeah, man, it's just it's incredible. And like you said, Robbie, it touches on so many things, relationships, our own personal demons, the society and the culture that we live in today. Just that haze and that malaise of tension, fear, anxiety that hangs over this book, and that also mirrors our day-to-day in so many ways is haunting. So I think this book deserves all its flowers, and definitely deserves to be on the best of the month. So great call.
Greg,
can't wait for the finale.
This is possibly the second to last time you have to talk about this book, man. You got any thoughts?
Thank the Lord.
The horror.
Set me free.
Are you sticking with it though?
So
did you read issue 11?
So here's the deal. every time you guys do the show, every time you come to me, I say, I'm sticking with this. I'm trying to see what I'm missing through issue 10. And somebody in the chat goes, if you don't like it now, like you aren't going to like it. Like you don't have to keep doing it. So I didn't pick up issue 11. But now whoever that person was in the chat, I'm mad at you because I love a good gimmick. And I want the issue now to cut the panel out so I can read it like that. Even if I don't understand, I'll appreciate that as a comic book fan of the 90s. And so then if I buy issue 11, and son of a gun, I'm going to buy issue 12 too. So I'm going to own the set. I'm not reading it right now. But here's what I'll say. The artwork was great in this issue. I still don't understand what's happening. I don't see what you guys are getting. I'm going to keep reading through this and hopefully it sinks in. And maybe if I can just sit down with all 12 issues when this next one comes out, because I didn't understand what happened in issue 11 either, that maybe I'll get it once I do that. So that's what I'll say, because I'm going to now pick it up because there's a comic gimmick that I'm a sucker for a comic gimmick. So
it's a rather clever one, because on the surface it's like, remove this panel if you don't want to see this terrible thing.
The way you're saying, like, it reads differently. To me, I'm just like, oh, dang it, now I'm mad.
That's what's nuts, because it's basically like, remove this panel if you don't want these innocent people to die.
Yeah.
Right. Because you leave the panel, you see it.
Right. Like I wanted
you can imagine
I wanted to call and have Jason Todd dead. Like
if you cut the panel out, it would make the following page read different. And it would make the page after that read different. And it would make the page before that read different. Right. That's all taken into consideration, which blows me away. So when they finally do that 12 issue deluxe hardcover, I'm going to just cut a part of that page and fold it up so that we can like, you know what I'm saying? That would be
cool. I have a new goal in life now. I'm going to, at some point throughout the rest of my life, make it to hang out with y'all and get to check out your comic collection. And I'm going to snag issue 11 when you aren't suspecting it. And I'm going to cut out the panel of every single one of yours, issue 11. So then next time you read it, you're like, dang it, Greg was here. And I'm like, ha ha ha.
Damn it, my Absolute Martian Manhunter number 11 finally accrued in value, but some asshat cut a panel out of it, cut the value stamp out.
Dad, your friend's cutting your comic books up.
It's going to be CGC slab, poster not included.
Buddy. You got a first appearance of Wolverine. Bad news, someone cut out the value stamp.
The stamp is gone.
You got your Poison Ivy with no centerfold poster. Sorry.
That's right.
I got the centerfold for that one, but it's detached.
Are you telling me you got the Spawn issue without the Matt Groening fucking Bart cover?
It'll just say with detached panel.
With detached panel. Yeah, put it in the spine. Yeah.
It will. I've used that that should be the bookmark. They should do the 12 issue deluxe hardcover, but the bookmark should be that panel.
Yes.
Dude, that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
DC, not just a hat rack. Like, we're a marketing team here. Okay.
Hell yeah. If Dennis responded to my messages anymore, I would let him know that idea, but he doesn't. So he's big time now, man. He's already forgotten about us.
He's trying to figure out how to close out the Ultimates. Yeah.
No shit. He's like, why is this my job? Hickman knew what was coming.
How the hell am I going to get out of this?
I thought this was a blessing. It's a curse.
I had 24 issues and I still couldn't do it. I got to create 4 spinoffs.
I need 2 more fucking issues. All right, let's go. By the way, my shop, I over-ordered on Ultimate Impact. I just want everybody to know that it does happen. I fucking completely bombed on that and way over-ordered it.
Ultimate Impact?
Ultimate Reborn Impact, whatever the fuck it's called. Reborn Ultimate Impact. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's the new Wonder Man debuts in that, man. Why would nobody care about that?
That's why I don't give a shit about it. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Okay.
Nick was even like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. This book, this just came out fucking last week, man. Anyway, it wasn't that great. All right. So
no, it wasn't.
It's the origin. So the book is about the origin boxes, you know, like what Peter got in the Ultimate Universe from Tony, right? Not everybody got their origin boxes. Miles took a lot of those into the 616.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's what that event, and it's tied into Weapons of Armageddon, the Armageddon shit. It's tied into that in some form or fashion.
It feels like they're now like the animated / because he's like tangling with Spot the whole issue. It feels like we're
good. Spot's back. Okay.
Yeah, Spot's back, bro. Spot's back.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Yeah,
All
and the
right.
words in boxes are getting reassigned. So
Oh, good.
the ultimate
Well, hey,
universe is
That'll
Red
fix
Dawn.
it.
Here's the thing, man. That's Cody Ziegler. I heard that his run was ending 2 fucking years ago, and I gave up on that book.
I thought it was Chris Condon that wrote that issue.
Oh, he did write that issue. All right, you're right. But
Yeah.
I was talking about the yeah, you're right. But I was thinking about the Astonishing Miles. It's Cody too. Anyway, the Cody run is ending, and Brian Hill is about to take over Miles's book with the new #1. I think that's good. Brian Hill's a great writer. So I'm really
Yeah.
so is Cody, but like, I don't know, man. It doesn't matter what kind of writer you are, man. If you're working for Marvel right now.
Yeah, you're going to be a behind.
I mean,
Look, maybe things are changing. Dan Buckley got fired.
Hill's
So-
Blade. It was just the coloring that we were down on. So
I love Brian Hill, man.
yeah,
I really do.
Yeah, yeah.
Great.
I really remember his what's that comic book company? We rarely get any AWA Upshot. Remember them? He did a book called Chariot. Chariot was awesome, man.
Hell yeah.
Chariot
Great cover
was great.
too. Chariot had like one of the best covers.
Chariot was one of the man. AWA had so many good things, and yeah, Chariot was a fantastic book. If you haven't read it, highly recommend it.
He had a quick run on Batman and the Outsiders, which was really good. He the Blade book I really liked.
Blade book, yeah, until they fucked it up for him.
Yeah, they did.
It was really just the coloring was so hard to see sometimes. That was my biggest issue.
God,
it was. I remember us
talked about that on the show.
Yeah,
yeah,
the book was great, but it was just so hard to read because
there's
of the
so
coloring.
many comics that come and go, and like they're cool for the moment, or they're a discussion for the moment, and then you never talk about them again, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, man.
That's what happens.
Yeah, when like 250, 300 new books are out every single fucking week. Yeah, that's what happens. Imagine if 300 films came out every week, dog. Like, imagine that. I guess TV's comparable. There's enough television shows that come out every fucking week, you know? So somebody's like, what do you mean you didn't watch the new fucking random ass episode of this?
I know we picked the wrong medium because literally to be like, you could be a movie reviewer, you could stay up and literally probably see every single movie that comes in the theaters at this point and be like, oh yeah, I watched it. I didn't like it, but I watched it.
And I would say keeping up with comics is easier than keeping up with fucking TV shows. Yeah. Imagine somebody that reviews every TV show. It's impossible.
It's too long. Yeah.
It's impossible.
Didn't Jordy do the coloring?
Yeah.
That's who we were talking. That's right.
Yeah, and that was so shocking to us because we're like, this
what?
isn't a nobody name.
Jordy heard this shit, dude, because Jordy's been coloring the shit out of her books lately. Y'all notice that?
By the way, I got
What's the main book that she's coloring right now? That's like
Wonder Woman.
Phenomenal.
Absolute.
Oh, Absolute. Okay, I was about to be like Wonder Woman.
Yeah, no, she's on Absolute.
Assorted Crisis Events.
Oh, Assorted Crisis Events. Yes.
Yeah, I got the reprint, the Polito variant, and like the #1 is recolored. It's colored different. Like you remember the color palette that she had the first time around? Like it was like that orange and blue and red or whatever. Now it's like it's more of a modern.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was.
She must not have liked the way her flatter did that. Anyway, that was a rumor people used to say. It was that she had her flatters basically do her coloring for her for a few years there. That's just a rumor. I'm not spreading that rumor because I don't know if it's true. Jordy Belair is an amazing colorist.
Jordy did
something fucking happened, and I think what happened was that she overextended herself. That's what I think happened.
Yeah, maybe.
I think she overextended herself trying to finally win that fucking best colorist Eisner away from Dave Stewart, who's not even nominated this year. So the Eisners, this is the best Eisners in a while. They still got some fuck ups.
Yeah, but I think they made a lot of improvements, man.
They did. All right, we got to wrap this shit up. Let's go into a quick rapid fire. Stu, are you going to be on a Verno show tonight?
Yep.
All right, we got to wrap this shit up.
13 minutes. Go.
Stu, kick us off with rapid fire, man.
Okay, rapid fire. Mark Spector, Moon Knight, absolutely incredible issue from Dev Premanek, Jed McKay, and company. Yo, Jed McKay has been killing it on Moon Knight since fucking 2021. 5 years he's been on that series, multiple renumberings and new titles. But like what he's doing now with this core cast of characters he's built is truly incredible.
The only problem with that book is the renumbering. So if you don't give it, if that doesn't bother you, who gives a shit, dude?
Yeah,
right?
But like seriously, highly recommend it. Go back and starting with the Cappuccio stuff, but like what he's doing right now was incredible. Pramanek killed it. What else? Absolute Green Arrow #1. Love the horror take on the character really worked for me. Super vicious. Love seeing them in action. Love this version of Black Canary. Yeah, here for the writing. Here for Raphael Albuquerque's artwork. It's good to see him get a second chance after, kind of helping build Absolute Superman and then being hit with the flood in Brazil and having to build everything back. So great to see him back on top.
Yeah.
Deathstroke, Terminator, #3, fucking incredible book. One of the best next level books, if not the best next level book. Things we did with this one, with the action and the exposition, building the story, the stuff going on with Wintergreen, Carmine Giamenico's, I'm probably butchering that.
Dijon Domenico.
Thank you, bro. Is absolutely incredible. Just such a perfect fit for this book. Can't recommend that one enough. Side Dimensional Rivals wrapped up. I just want to shout out Peach and company did a great job on this series. Underrated Marvel gem. It was a delight. Fun little story, and just great artwork throughout. Some incredible. And then what else, man? Doom Quest #1. I kind of liked it. I'm half here for it, but regardless, it's cool to see our boy from the Tin Can Society on artwork, and I do love Ryan Norris writing, so I'm going to stick with it. Those Alex Ross covers, though. And then last but not least, I will shout out Hyde Street #12. I came on after being off it for several issues. #12 blew my fucking mind. Incredible issue. I'm all in on this universe. I love issues like that can really grab you, pull you back into a series. #12 was that. So highly recommend everybody checking up on that one if you haven't yet. But that's my rapid fire.
Hell yeah, man! I was about to really applaud and give you your flowers for your rapid fire until you said Doom Quest #1, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
He's obligated to. It's
you can be a mark for Dr. Doom. I'm a mark for Victor, bro. But you can also understand that's the dumbest fucking shit. Reed Richards. Oh my God! I finally figured out how to save the world. We need to fix history through time travel.
Really?
What? And then Dr. Doom goes, "How dare Richards think of that before me? I'll do it before him."
Right.
And he gets stranded in that late 1800s or some bullshit.
No kidding.
What the fuck? If anybody understands the weird ass 616 Marvel rules of time travel, it's Doom and fucking Reed. They've already been through this. It doesn't work. Yeah. Man, I'm sorry, Stu.
It's
that
okay.
was some bullshit, man.
I'm
Ryan North cannot write.
I'm still
Victor.
here for it. I can't wait to see
Ryan North has.
I don't know if that's entirely true.
He has 2 good issues of Victor: his fight with Dormammu and his reaction to Val's death. That's the only thing he's ever gotten right with that character. Dr. Doom is not going to sit there and play fucking piano while the fucking Fantastic Four are trying to figure out his little fucking scheme. I'm sorry.
You didn't like the intro issue in the Fantastic Four?
No.
The #7.
If that was the most insulted, that's the most insulted I've been on behalf of Victor since Brian Michael fucking Bendis wrote him eating potato chips. Doom would never eat American potato chips. I'm sorry, y'all. It just wouldn't happen. Doom ain't eating a cheeseburger. This mask, I haven't been able to eat potato chip. What the fuck? Come on. Y'all know Doom eats raw vegetables and fruit and some really good lean protein. Y'all know Doom is so scientific about his diet. Doom probably drinks goddamn protein shakes with blueberries and fucking kale and shit, man. Like, Doom knows what's up. Anyway, I'm
Good
sorry.
thing this was a rapid fire.
Good rapid fire, Stu. You're going to be on Verno's channel, Blood Splatter Chatter, talking about Luther the Geek. What the fuck is that, dude?
That Trauma movie.
That's cool.
Yep.
You got to tune in to find out.
Not getting that 90 minutes back.
What else you got?
Inked Insights every Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Me and E from 9 Panel Grid talking about our favorite releases from Marvel, DC, Image, and the Indies, man. And I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Always enjoy to hang out with you fellas.
Hell yeah.
Station.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way because he loves doing the Irish goodbye, man.
Right.
So.
Well, when Robbie gets drunk and takes the show for a 3-hour spin, why not?
I wasn't the only one. Okay. First of all,
you're always the leader. See, you're about to go on it.
Don't have me drunk on the show and then bring up Michael Moorcock. Okay, because then I'm just gone. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go with it, man. That's what happens. Anyway, it was a good show. Bearded, what you got coming up, man? Thank you for being here. Final
Well,
thoughts.
do I get a rapid fire?
Yeah, rapid fire. Yeah, that's what I was.
Okay.
Yeah, rapid fire.
First, Nick. Also, what's your dog's name? I saw your dog pop up on the screen.
My dog. Yeah, that's what shit.
I thought that was a
Ruffy?
goddamn giraffe.
Yeah, what was the Terminator 2 reference for the dog? Ruffy, I think it was. Yeah, your foster parents are dead. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'll never drink milk the same again.
No.
No.
Shout out
Sure.
shout out to one of my favorite books that came out 3 years ago, Shirtless Dog Fighter. Really good book. Highly recommend you all
What are we
pick it
doing?
up for rapid fire. Let's go with I just got a couple here for rapid fire. Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre ended. Loved it. A great 4-issue run. I hope we get more of the laser what is it?
Laser Drug Force, man.
Drug Force.
I'll buy action figures, Greg, if we get some more, man. Let's
Dude,
go.
it's so good. It's funny, the humor, the quick like where it's like, oh, you have the henchmen, the joke about the henchmen that throughout the entire series of you have so much to live for and then they just die is the funniest bit I've ever like, oh, these are all my kids. We're taking them to Disney World next week. And then there's like instantly get their head chopped off. I'm like, great bit. I think Absolute Superman is still a great absolute book. And this issue with you had Superman, Black Adam, Hawkman and Steel.
Yeah.
Oh, their
good.
interpretation of Steel, I didn't see coming. I think it was more in the last issue. And now we get the backstory in this one. So
Yeah, it's good.
good. I think once Jason Aaron got to do his world building that he did in the first 10 issues, now he's just playing with it. And it's like, we're having fun. And with these characters that are popping up. And I think Absolute Superman doesn't get talked about enough. And the fight scenes in this are great. I can't wait to see the confrontation between all four of them that ended at this issue. Image issue number 1, If Destruction Be Our Lot, by Matthew Rosenberg. I really enjoyed this. This is it was a slow burn setup issue for me of getting to kind of see the world. But like just to have basically a Abraham Lincoln animatronic from Disney World is out in the midst of all these robots that have survived, and like the subtle humor in the midst of the darkness of the book of like that he's having with other robots that don't comprehend and understand stuff. I just think it sets up for a really good world build so I'm excited for it. And Robbie mentioned it briefly as a joke, but I did love the first issue of The Earth. To see Charlie Adler on a book again, an ongoing series is so good to see. Again, this was a very much of a first issue that you still go, what's going on? Like, what's happening? But like, I trust in Chris Condon so much, like, and so like because he hasn't let me down with his series of That Texas Blood, or I know it got canceled, but his Green Arrow I loved. Like, so I'm a Chris Condon fan through and through, and the kind of just get to see the slow build of this world building. And again, Charlie Adler's art, fantastic. So,
oh yeah, great roundup there, man. Omega, we did mention Of the Earth, as Nick said, kind of. I said Odin did more of what a number 1 should do than Of the Earth. Of the Earth, first of all, that opening like back matter, right? You need to read that. You need to read that. Otherwise, you're like, I don't understand why I give a shit about somebody coming across a fucking roadkill, right? You know what I'm saying? So like, but it's important to do that. But a lot of people skip that, man. A lot of people skip that.
Chris, I skipped it.
But Chris is
I turned the page and I'm like, nope.
That's his whole MO. If you've like the back matter that he plays into in That Texas Blood, like the news articles and stuff like that, like you don't
maybe it would have worked better if it was at the end. I don't know. Do you think putting it at the beginning makes more people read it? Because Nick just said he skipped it, man.
I think people
saw that. I'm like, no,
I think people are gonna skip it no matter what. But
hey, bitch, you want to write a novel? Write a novel. Man,
here's the deal. Sometimes it works for me because how often have you read a book that you go, it doesn't work, and then you've talked to said creator at a con or something, and you get that little bit of that matter that you just talked about in that opening, you go, oh, I understand it so much more.
My only issue with the book was because I did not skip that because I was like, well, this is in the beginning. So I was like, how many pages is this shit? I was like straight. I was like, oh, okay, I can handle this. I read it, and then I would not have liked the book had I not read that.
But I think
funny.
Condon has shown you that type of stuff that he does is important to the book.
Sure.
Where I do feel like sometimes there is stuff where like you get across a Hickman book, you're like, I can probably skip that and it'll be okay. And like of the whole exposition and
but here's the problem. I respect Chris Condon and his work. What's the biggest book he's been on? Ultimate Wolverine. Do people know that book as a Chris Condon book? No, they shouldn't. Right. So here's the thing. Chris Condon fans, they know. But this is an Image #1 launch, the same along with a Tynan #1 launch.
Right.
After a bunch of Image #1 launches like Dork and White Sky, Tiger's Island that have made people notice. Yeah. That's the difference, right? Right there. Like I thought the issue was good. I loved it. I don't remember my rating. I probably gave it like a 4, something like that out of 5, right? I thought it was really strong because I read that opening. So Nick, if you didn't read the opening, did you not like the issue at first because of that?
I like the issue. My biggest problem with that book was it's extra long. It's extra long, right? It feels like it is.
I don't know. I read it digitally at first, so I
and like the whole thing is she's obviously running from a dark past.
Right.
She has some emotional baggage. She's trying to get to her grandmother's house. Like Texas, I said in my review, like Texas is the main character so far. You know, like she's trying to run. She's trying
Chris's books.
Right, exactly. And then she gets to where she's going, and there's something weird and grotesque that happened, and it's like, okay, well, what? Okay, cool, you know. But it's like we had a lot of pages to tell a lot of story, and we did a lot of world building, and then we left on a horrific end.
It's almost like you don't understand the roadkill bit unless you know the cryptid kind of idea, right?
Yeah, I mean,
we know there's a monster out there, some kind of supernatural entity, but you only get that from that opening front matter.
Yeah,
yeah. I got it that she was just like a sympathetic character and didn't want to see a dog die. It's like, okay, yeah, who doesn't, right? Or who does, right? So
did you go back and read that front bit?
God damn it! No, I got to do. Now I got.
You still haven't read it. All right. Well, the whole idea is there's a cryptid there that like is responsible for all these random deaths on the side of the road and shit like that. So know that there's like some kind of paranormal entity or something.
Well, the dog got hit by a car. I didn't think there was anything else going on.
There might be more going on though.
Well, I didn't think there was after it got hit by a fucking car.
Well, maybe you should have read page 1 and 2.
He makes a point.
I'm like, I didn't think there was anything else that I had to worry about.
Anyway, that's a great.
But you know what?
Man.
Just because I did it, my last rapid fire, Ezra Kane, Brutal Dark, Chris Condon again.
There you go.
That was going to be on mine, dude. I think even y'all know how much of a fan I am of Camp's work. I think that might be my favorite new Vertigo book. I think that book is fucking amazing.
I think it's getting there. I think another issue or 2 and it's going to solidify that spot.
Another issue or 2 is done.
Well, shit.
Until arc 2. I think it feels like it's just a 6-issue arc, doesn't it?
It's just not getting its steam, man. If 4 issues in, it's really
it's been great.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. All right, Nick, what about your rapid fire?
Good Lord. Still a lot of great books. So we'll start with Dog Tag. Dog Tag, Mark Russell was a phenomenal book.
Yes.
It had a lot of history behind it. And I love the voice that Mark Russell has for certain books. And this one so far has that voice that I like that Mark Russell has. Speed Racer from Propose was excellent, action-packed. It was just like a summer blockbuster action movie the entire way through. I loved it. One book I went back and read a second time because I had a lot of fun with it was Olympus Saga Megalith. Bad Idea. Matt Kint was on that.
Okay.
Really cool kaiju alien thing.
That's the one where they're building the tower.
They're building the organic tower. They can't get into it. It's
I love
people. The cop is underground in the subway system, helping them getting through the bottom. I thought it was a great use of characters and some cool. It was very cinematic. So I really like that one. I'm a champion for Catwoman. Catwoman's a phenomenal book. I don't hear a whole lot of people talking about it.
Saying that, man.
I'm loving it. We got some year 1 characters thrown into this. We got Black Mass doing some crazy shit. We got Selena doing some crazy shit. So it's a really good, well-drawn book. And growing back.
Have you read the Ed Brubaker Catwoman run?
No, I'm pretty new to Catwoman. I mean, I read like Rom's Catwoman, and then I read some of Teeny's. I fell off, and then I'm back now. That Groenbeck is that? That's how I say it.
Yeah,
now that she's
Grunbeck, something like that,
Groenbeck,
right?
yeah. What?
Yeah,
I
Torun,
like her writing. She did a great job. I think it was Thor a while ago.
She did
like
Thor after Kate, right?
Exactly. I dig her writing. So
okay.
Yeah.
If you're liking what Ron was doing and you're liking this, I haven't read this, but if you're liking that year one connection and shit, dude, read the Ed Brubaker run. Like,
Brubaker
seriously,
in general. Yeah,
you're gonna fucking love it. Darwin Cook starts off the art, goes to Cam
good.
Stewart, and then it goes to Paul Galassi for a while.
Sure.
But it's really, really good. Holly's in it.
Yeah, Holly's in this too again.
Yeah, that I figured, and it's really, really good. Yeah. They just did the DC Compact. How much of that does it? How much of the run of that has it? Because there's an omnibus as well.
It's 1 through 9. It's 1 through 9.
Okay. So it doesn't have Selena's big score in it.
No.
All right. It's got to start with Selena's.
No,
big
it does.
Score.
No.
Okay. Word. Okay.
It's included are Selena's big score, Catwoman 1 through 9, and the backup tales from Detective Comics.
Word. Okay. So that gets you the first act, basically.
Yeah.
But there's an omnibus
compact.
It's like Catwoman of East End or some shit like that. You know how to type in Ed Brubaker and Catwoman into Google. You'll be able to find it. It's so good. So good. And it starts with the original graphic novel, Selena's Big Score, with Darwin Cook.
I've heard of that one. Yeah.
It was Darwin Cook did the first 4 issues with Mike Allred inking, I believe, because that spawned into a main series.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cam Stewart came on, and then Paul Galassi comes on. And then the art loses a little bit of its identity because Paul Galassi is a completely different artist from Cook and Stewart.
Paul's art never comes in on the compact, according to the credits.
Yeah, because that doesn't happen until around issue 20, I think, of that run.
Interesting.
So, okay. It's a long run. It's really, really good. So if you like Catwoman, I think you should check that shit out.
Yeah, there's just certain styles of Catwoman that I prefer. It's like,
if you like the big titty Catwoman, you want to check out the Jim Balance stuff from the 90s.
But
if you like the really good, graphically designed Catwoman, it starts with Darwin Cook. And Darwin Cook's the one that redesigned the costume with the goggles and all that shit.
Sure.
They've since, but that costume lasted for a long time. All right.
Yeah.
That's a great rapid fire, man. That's really good.
Okay.
He's not done.
Going. Oh,
he's not done.
I'm sorry.
No, a couple more. Is Ted Okay? Phenomenal book. Issue number 4 just came out. Swamp Thing 89, phenomenal again. There's something about that, but I said in my review, like, you read a bunch of new books and then you read that one, and it's just a different mindset. It's a different style. It's a different approach. You really appreciate that. And then Space Ghost is incredible too. Another proposed book. And then Bleeding Hearts. We'll wrap it up with those. Bleeding Hearts issue number 4 was incredible. So one of my favorite DC Vertigo books.
I missed issue number 4 in my stack at work that week. Like, Lunar was very, very late. So somehow that just got missing in my stack. Mm-hmm. And I still have yet to read issue 4 of Bleeding Hearts. So I'm
just so happy though that
it's great.
Nick read a book for me in anticipation that I would bring it up, and I didn't bring it up, and so you had to read a book, because I do that all the time for this show.
You do.
And the fact that we didn't talk about DCC is so good that he had to read it because of that.
I totally thought somebody was going to bring that shit up. I was ready to do my bit, dude, because I'm so tired of hearing about goddamn Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Well,
in fact, somebody
here, we brought it up. There you go, Robbie. Do your bit.
No, I'm just whatever. It doesn't matter.
Hey,
I'm happy.
More people in comic book shops.
I'm happy when other people are happy.
Well, that's I like,
but it doesn't mean that y'all need to keep on telling my ass to read this shit when I know I'm not going to be into it. Okay, like, trust me, I know, I'm not going to be into it.
Right. Not with that attitude. Good Lord.
Not with that attitude. Like, good golly, like, you don't like to have fun. Okay.
First, somebody goes, Robbie, it's a lit RPG. I was like, what the fuck is that? They explained it to me. I was like, ain't no fucking way. No fucking way am I into anything that's remotely.
If you don't play like RPG games or have any history with that, you'll lose some of the.
I don't.
Fun. The closest I get to RPG games is Paper Mario, brother, and I never finished.
I am not in the lit RPG, and like, I don't like RPG typical, and I'm obsessed. So
yeah, I mean, it helps, but it's not necessary.
That's the biggest thing. Let me be honest with you guys. Too many people are into this shit right now.
Dude, it's
Right?
It's
That's
too
what it
mainstream
is.
for you? Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
it
yeah.
is,
You're
dude.
so punk, Robbie.
But the thing is, like, I told my
Everybody's
shop-
like, you need to listen to Dungeon Crawler Carl on your morning walks. I'm like, I'm listening to the story of civilization from 1935.
I told my shop owner, I go, you don't understand, like, the fandom that is going to show up that doesn't get comic books, that's going to show up for free comic book day just because
I know it was incredible.
it is
yeah.
this in another medium. Like, they don't care what they will consume it in any medium that it is, because there's so little of it out there still, that I was like, you're going to like that's going to be what's requested. And sure enough, like, he's like, dude, you weren't wrong.
So
Out.
I
Yeah.
I do the orders in my shop. I don't give a fuck about this. The owner of my shop loves Dungeon Crawler Carl. I have
'Cause he's
many
smart.
employees and that many employees that love it. So I am aware that it's a thing. So
Yeah.
I ordered. This is what I normally order of, say, like a really heavy good trade. I ordered this, and then Lunar sent me an extra of this as an overage, and I was like, well, just bill us.
Yeah.
See what happens. Like 2-3
Gone.
days gone. They're gone.
Gotta check our
Gone.
inventory. Let's
Gone.
see.
So it's working. So there you go. But
Hey,
I'm
and if it's
surprised
getting
all
them in
you
the shop-
asshats are paying $20 for a digest. That's ridiculous. All right.
That's 13 chapters. Whatever.
It's 13 chapters.
Yeah, but
Dude, just wait for the single issues. Did you see those? $9.99, $14.99.
Is it? It's
$9.99
Vault, right? Yeah,
for
it's
cover
Vault.
A.
That's yeah.
well, yeah. The issue though is with this though is it's a vertical scroller on Webtoons right now, and they basically just took the vertical scroll and put it into comic book form here.
Mhm.
And that's why I think it doesn't read as well sometimes, because it's so close.
I was
if
wondering, Marvel does a lot of that shit.
If you
right?
want, if you want to read the rest of this season, because this is just half the first book basically of the novel, it's on Webtoons, and they're already on season 2 of Webtoons right now of the next volume that you can just scroll through and go. And it's all for free. So it's just as people are picking this up to consume it in another medium, even though all the people that are picking this up, besides like comic book fans, have already read it online.
Yeah. All right. It's a phenomenon, man. It really, really is.
It is. It's wild.
Another phenomenon I thought I was prepared for, but wasn't prepared for, is my first rapid fire. Ben 10, issue number 1.
Yeah, man.
I never fucked with Ben 10, never read it.
Yeah.
Y'all know me. You know, I'm a huge fan of Joe Casey. Somehow I've been lucky enough over the last few years, kind of become homies with Joe Casey, have him on the show multiple times. And when I had him on about Ben 10, I was like, bro, you know me, I don't know shit about Ben 10. And he was like, this is the original concept. We always intended it to be just a normal superhero comic, but when it got picked up by Cartoon Network, we had to Cartoon Networkify it, right?
Yeah.
We had to kidify it. So this is kind of like the original idea, but now that we know where the story goes, we can kind of put it together. And he goes, in fact, thank God for the mainstream comic book industry for giving me the terminology. This is ultimate Ben 10. This is absolute Ben 10. That's what it is. It's a restart of the property, and they know where they're going.
So
they
was
can
it a comic book before the show?
They have done comic books before.
Yeah, Dynamite's the first time coming. Yeah.
They've done comic books before, but it was always a version of the Cartoon Network cartoon.
But it was a Cartoon Network show.
Its original conception is the Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network, yeah.
I had
by
no
Man of
knowledge
Action.
Ben 10.
Created by Man of Action, which is Joe Kelly, Joe Casey, Stephen T. Siegel, and Duncan Rowley.
Duncan.
Right?
So they worked on the show.
They are Man of Action. They are the show.
Okay, and then when they
also
were
did
creating
Big
this,
Hero
and when it got
6.
picked up, they were like, "Oh, we got to tone it down."
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they have their initial concept, then they pitched it for Cartoon Network, so they had to start kidifying it there because they were pitching it. It was pitched initially for Cartoon Network, but their initial idea was more just an average superhero thing. That's what this is. Anyway, I have no fucking history with Ben 10.
Me either.
Right? And I'm friends with Joe Casey, but that doesn't mean I'm going to like everything he does. I really thought Ben 10 number 1 was really good. I thought it was great. It hit big, and not this upcoming Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, we get issue number 2 and a second printing of issue number 1. The amount of people that came into the shop looking for Ben 10 blows my mind apart. We're talking about, there are kids that are in their 20s now, right? That were kids at the time the show came out
Yeah.
This is something nostalgic for them, the way
Right.
Turtles was for us, right? Ben 10's the same for them. It's a bigger deal than I think most retailers know. And what's crazy is Dynamite sold 82,000 copies of issue number 1. And y'all know for Dynamite, that's a big fucking
That's
deal.
huge.
In fact, it's so big of a deal. They let us know the numbers, right? It's like that big.
That's
of a
how you know.
deal. And they have to go into second print. I guarantee you, they're going to have to go into a third print, bro.
Of course.
They're going to have to. All right, Null number 5 for Marvel. I'm sorry, Al Ewing doing Null. That book was fucking awesome.
Make that
I'm
mark,
sorry.
Nick. Make that mark.
This dude killed Thanos twice
In
He's
two
got-
two issues.
He's got the Lightbringer fucking. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, it's reading through Immortal Thor and then Mortal Thor all together and then jumping into this. Like, I love what Al Ewing is doing at Marvel right now. I feel like he's the only writer who's not being fucked with by editorial. Right. And I think he's just allowed to do what he does because of the success, probably, of Immortal Hulk. Read his Thor run. This Null run, dude, out of all the Marvel events coming up, Queen in Black is the one actually I'm most excited about. And I'm never excited about Spider-Man Venom-centric events. Do you know? So there you go.
Null's good. It's a guilty pleasure of mine right now.
Hidden Springs number 1 from Dark Horse was really good. Way better than I thought it should be. Trying to remember what it was. Retirement community for celebrities. They wind up lost in the forest and some crazy shit goes on. Right? Really good book. I loved it. Battle Beast number 9. We're all doing our Invincible journeys right now. Some are done. Some are in the middle. Some are just now starting. But you don't have to be any kind of into Invincible to enjoy Battle Beast. And this issue was fucking crazy. What happens when Battle Beast is just sitting around for a couple months? What happens?
It helps if you know who Conquest is. How about that? But
that I had no clue.
I didn't either.
Clue.
What's
in fact,
funny
when
is
I got to the end of it, I looked at people and I was like, I think this is supposed to be a big deal. This guy's one of Omni-Man's people, right? And they're like, yeah.
Right, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. By the way, so I'm 31 issues now into Invincible.
So you're like 30.
So I've seen
Conquest.
Battle Beast's grand appearance, and I'm like, what?
That's it.
It's not a great first appearance, and like the art, like holy cow, it levels.
It's
up.
not that great.
No,
it's pretty bad.
I'm sitting here going, wait,
Corey
Ryan Otley's already on this book? I swear it was still Corey Walker. Like, what the fuck? It's already Otley on this book? It's crazy, man.
I'll tell you what, Battle Beast does show back up.
Yes.
Probably around the next time you see him, I think, is around like 68, 69, 70, like somewhere in the maybe 70-ish range.
So this Battle Beast run.
Yeah.
Because when I first started reading it, I had not been into
Invincible,
right?
The timeline, right? So where are we?
The timeline, this starts when he gets zipped away after he's like fucked all those people up, right?
Yes.
Like what I've read.
So issue
and
1 of
like,
Battle Beast.
Damn.
So issue 1 of Battle Beast is him walking through the portal from Invincible, whatever, 15 or something like 12, 15, whatever it is. And then issue 1 starts. Greg, what I don't know is when Conquest shows up in Invincible in Battle Beast.
Yes.
Where like I've read far enough into Invincible to be like, I don't know if it's this far. I wonder if it happened.
I don't think it is that far yet. I think they can go pretty far with the Battle Beast because of how they do, where Battle Beast shows back up in Invincible and like, dude,
because we don't see that in Battle
Robbie.
Beast.
Well, we need to do an Invincible talk like as a group because we all just did.
Like we were talking about last month, actually. Yeah,
we did.
We were
like I read it. Well, I was when you guys did the show. I was in Texas. And I was like, I'm flying home I just landed. I missed your show. I read the last like 15, 20 issues on the plane from Texas to Ohio. And I'm like tilting my iPad at points because I'm just like, man, if there's some kids like just creeping up here, like
getting ripped in half. It's
like, I'm just like, someone's gonna be like, excuse me, sir. Can you
Invincible goes hard.
Like there's some
goes hard.
And there's some stuff that y'all haven't gotten to that you're like, woo.
Yeah, I really want to break it down because today I went to work and so last Thursday is when I started, right? I had the night free. I'm like, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna get super fucking high and I'm just gonna read Invincible. I'm gonna start. And I read the first 6 trades or whatever the fuck it is that got me to issue 24 plus the 0 issue and some other
the
bullshit
returns
or whatever.
issue eventually comes, Origins, all that stuff.
So I got all that and I was like, that's awesome. And then, it was a busy weekend. It was Mondays and Tuesdays are always busy. Last night, before I went and chilled over at my girls, I read the next book, which got me to issue 30. Then I got the next book and I read the first issue. That's why I'm at 31. Anyway, so I've gone through the bit where Mark's found out he's got a brother.
Oliver,
and his dad is like gotten him back. He's like, I've taken over this other world. That's where I'm at right now. And he's like, those other is it the Vitramites? Is that what they're called?
Viltrumites or whatever.
Viltrumites. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and everybody keeps telling me to watch the show. I'm like, I'm not going to watch the show until I finish
until after
the book.
Yeah, me too.
That's how I got into it. My teenage nephew who lives in London was like into the show, and he's like, you gotta watch the show. I'm like, I'm not gonna watch the show till I read the comic.
Yeah.
And so like, and us, we love a good bit. For literally 2 weeks, every single post, you can go back and look at my post. My nephew just commented like, have you read Invincible yet? Have you read Invincible yet? Every single post, I was like, you know what? The fact that I got like a teenager who is so excited for me to read comic books, and I'm like, all right, I got to do this. Like, so I was like, I'm committing that I'm going to read it. And then like, he didn't understand what he was doing because like he's watching the show and reading it at the same time. And I blew past him and I'm like, bro, I just left you. But
hell yeah, I like that. But yeah, I'm down to do because I went to work and I was telling everybody, I was like, I'm loving it, but I have some critiques, and everybody was like losing their fucking minds. I had any kind of critique of Kirkman writing in the year 2008, 2009. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, it's a bunch of people just fucking talking at each other a lot of the time. Okay, that was why I fell out of Walking Dead, man. But I am enjoying it overall. All right, moving on. Thundar the Barbarian, issue number 4, really good.
Really
better than it should be. Jason Aaron, that's your dude, Greg.
It's my dude.
Hear him on a beard level that I've never come close to. You know what I'm saying?
I know when I had him on the show, he literally was just like, let's talk beard oils, like to start like.
Fuck yeah! I use a sandalwood based beard oil myself.
Sandalwood's a good one. It's a good one.
It's the sandalwood is a good masculine smell. And it's also a good calming smell.
It's
right? And it has correspondence to Hermes, Thoth, things like that. So like if you like communication, quick wit, reading fiction, shit like that. Anyway, moving on. Superman number 38. Holy shit, is Joshua Williamson. I almost said Jason Alexander and then Joshua Alexander. Josh Williamson and Dan Moore are killing it with the Superboy Prime book. I absolutely love it. Red Roots number 2. I really like that book, and I love how they continued from issue number 1. What a weird, quirky book.
It's so different.
But it's interesting. It's good. Yeah, it's really good. Phantom of the Opera number 4, though. Killed it, loved it. The glamorous glitz of the 1942 Claude Rains Phantom of the Opera with the gritty horror texture of the Lon Chaney Sr. one, right? And I'll wrap up with Spirit of the Shadows number 5. What a fucking great finale.
Incredible. Yeah.
Great finale. There was so much to wrap up in this last issue, and they did it, and they did it satisfyingly. They did it exceptionally well. And now that it's over, I said this at the shop multiple times today. I was like, now that this book is over, I can clearly say, imagine Spawn done by Steve Ditko with no interference. That's kind of a vibe. That's going to mislead a lot of people, I think. But like at the same time, like if you know, like that's a good way, I think, to describe that. So Spawn, if it started in the early 70s by way of Steve Ditko, right? That's what I would say. Yeah. All right.
I finally read a Spawn book this week, so.
Oh yeah, your boy Matthews. Yeah, you talking about King Spawn? Is that the one?
I know this was the last Todd McFarlane. And then
375, okay.
Yeah, and then Matthew takes over Spawn and King Spawn this month.
Yeah, King Spawn just dropped. It came out this week, and then Spawn comes out next week.
Yep.
So I'm very excited because judging from his King Spawn, this is a true new world and jumping on point for anybody interested in checking out Spawn.
And he mentioned that when we were talking, he's like his first draft that he sent, Todd's like, no. He's like, you're just imitating me. He's like, if I wanted you to write me, I'd keep writing. He's like, and so I was like, kudos to that. So like, we'll see. So I'm reading a Spawn. I'll read Spawn, and I've never.
It's very interesting. The basic premise is this: what happens to the world? Because if you haven't been reading Spawn for the last 35 fucking years, right? They've never known that Spawn was a real thing. The world's never known that Spawn was a real thing, or that the angels and the demons and the vampires. It's always been hidden. Now they know that Spawn's a real thing. Now the world knows heaven really does exist, hell really does exist, and they don't give a fuck about Earth. So what happens to our society when we realize heaven and hell don't give a fuck and we're just pawns in their game? How does the world change? How does Spawn and the Spawn world operate in that? King Spawn was a very cool introduction into the world. I'm very much looking forward to Spawn 376, I believe, next week. So, yeah. So also next week, everybody, be on the lookout. They're doing new printings of the Absolute, Martian Manhunter, and Batman, and the Barbara Gordon breakouts that had all that line-wide damage. Apparently, there was some line-wide damage at Image, too. So they're re-releasing some books from Image, including Dork, Spawn, some things like that. I don't know if anybody's heard that. I haven't heard any shit.
We didn't. Ours was fine. Yeah.
But I'm getting, mine seemed fine, too. But we're getting our entire order back for new printings on a bunch of Image books, too.
Yeah, the DC ones I knew about, we're getting those as well. Okay.
Yeah. Oh. By the way, didn't stop anybody from buying up all of those goddamn Absolute Batmans at my shop, dude.
Yeah, no,
I was like, what the fuck, man? I love it.
Yeah.
All right, we've run long. I'm sorry. Thank you all so much for being here.
Cheers.
Greg, you got some shows coming up. Tell us who you've been interviewing.
So I think everything I sent you is past interviews that you can go watch now. So Jamal Igle, The Wrong Earth, he also did Firestorm at DC with Stuart Moore and stuff. That was a really fun issue conversation. Basically, The Wrong Earth, you got to go check out, because if you've never read it, it is what happens if Frank Miller Batman gets transported into Batman 66 Batman, and Batman 66 Batman gets put into Frank Miller's Batman world. It's so funny.
Crazy.
Wrong Earth is actually, it's a really good book, man. Really cool.
It's a really good book. Then the next one you sent, Supergirl Survive. It's an Elseworld book. Griffin Sheridan, Ethan Parker, who were behind Kill Your Darlings. They promote this as
Dead Zone too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Godzilla Escape
Dead
Zone
is
amazing,
this
dude.
Supergirl Survive is basically their interpretation of like Superman, lone wolf cub kind of thing. If what happens if like Kara was on the ship with Superman and it gets deviated, and then her mission is getting a baby cow to Earth, and the journey that
That's
they go
a great
through.
idea, dude.
It's really cool. The first issue was great. Highly recommend checking it out.
People are going to be like, this is just like The Mandalorian, man.
Yes, exactly it. And then I think the last one I sent you was Joey Esposito, who's doing Power Rangers Unlimited. This is basically him and Kenny Porter, who are saying, if we can take all the action figures from every single Power Ranger ever and put them in one book. So if you have old school Power Rangers, if you have Power Rangers Zeo and all that stuff, it's there. We talk about his killer influences, about a podcaster, true crime podcast from IDW book, really good one. Highly recommend checking that out. So a lot of fun conversations. And then there's a bunch coming up here. I think June is already booked out. Now we just got it. Like, I won't announce too much until they're out there, but yeah, a lot of fun interviews. So
hell yeah, it sounds like, dude. I absolutely love, is it Ed and who? Griffin and Ethan.
Yeah, they're
their
great.
work is amazing, dude.
Yeah, well, and
they also did this book, was it Blink and You'll Miss It?
Yes,
like
from
that?
Boom.
Yeah,
that was so Griffin. I went up to the Exquisite Corpses tour in Michigan. So, and he was the moderator for the panel for the Q&A for James Tynan. And at one point, like afterwards, he came up and he's like, "Hey, I heard you do a podcast." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you want to, like, can I come on?" And I thought this was some Joe Schmo who's like an indie book. I was like, I mean, sure. Like, here's my phone. Like, put in your deets. And he's like, "Oh, you're already following me." I'm like, "What?" I was like, "What'd you write?" And I was like, "Kill Your Darlings." I'm like, man, that book's so good. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, gotta check those out, man. My next conversation I'm very excited for is June 5th. I don't remember the time right now, but I finally, after years, have booked Kelly Thompson on the channel. I'm very excited.
Kelly is great.
I know. I'm I'm
That's
supposed
so
to be
cool.
talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm very excited to talk about that. I'm a huge Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan.
Sure.
Okay. And I will spend a lot of time with her talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I will not
But-
hesitate to question her on direction. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited for that. And I'm also very excited to start talking about like her work on books like Absolute Wonder Woman, her work on like Black Widow, Hawkeye,
Sure.
right? Her Hawkeye work with Leo Romero is amazing. West Coast Avengers,
Birds of Prey.
creator
Recently.
of. I'm not really going to dive into Birds of Prey. But do not be surprised if the majority of the conversations about Jim and the Holograms, because that's my favorite fucking Kelly Thompson book. We'll talk a little bit about Heart Shaped Box as well, because I know Kelly Thompson. Kelly Thompson got in a conversation with me in my early days of Robbie being on Twitter. I got in a great conversation with her about a random character from the West Wing. How random is that? Right?
Nice.
She won't remember that, but I remember that. It means a big deal to me. But dude, Jim and the Holograms, I'm so excited. IDW is doing one of those compact editions of that later in the year. So I'm very, very excited. So that's what we got coming up. Also, we're in the midst of Crew's Choice next week. Monday night is Jelani's pick, The Equalizer. First time I watched this movie. It's okay. It's okay.
Did you watch the TV show with Queen
4, and
Latifah?
5.
It's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. They only done 3 so far, man. Are they doing a fucking another one, man?
They did a TV show with Queen Latifah. Robbie?
Latifah had a series, yeah.
Wait, before the one you talking about before, after the show that this
After
is
the
actually
movie,
based on? This is
After
based
the
on an
second
80s
movie,
show.
they did a
Yes.
TV show with Queen Latifah as the Equalizer.
As the Equalizer.
But she ain't Denzel in this
You
in
said
that show.
Queen Latifah. See how that goes for you, Robbie.
No. I didn't. I mean, she's not playing the same character as Denzel, right? She's playing a different character.
No,
No,
she's
she actually is
also-
Denzel's character. It's a weird way they make it happen, and
I mean,
she
let's be
also
honest
has a
though.
watch.
Queen Latifah is no Denzel, but Denzel is no Queen Latifah. I mean, Denzel
makes
would not
sense.
have quite the impact in Set It Off as an actor or as a performer in the soundtrack. So there you go. Don't fuck with me about Queen Latifah, man.
listen,
I was there, bro.
Bringing Down the House is a great movie. So
All right, we're dipping out. Nick's ready to go. Bearded's ready to
I'm
go.
ready to go.
I'm ready to go. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
We love you guys. Read more comics and talk about them. That's what we're supposed to do. We love you.